young beau called to see if she'd like to
Check.
to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care
Sorry,
if I
folks.
never get back. Let me root
There's nobody
for
here,
the
right?
home team. If they don't win, it's a shame.
I might have
For
belched
it's
on the mic.
1, 2, 3
Sorry.
strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Oh, boy. Professionalism, folks. Okay. All right.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
I'll do the guys quickly just for this week.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of the Major League Baseball 2025 playoffs. We're in the division round, and we are going to be following the Seattle Mariners facing the Detroit Tigers. This is Game 1 of an American League division round postseason matchup. The Mariners won the American League West. The Tigers, they were in charge of the American League Central right up until the very end. They let that division title slip into the hands of the Guardians. They then played the Guardians on the road. Basically, the winner of that division meant they got home field advantage, and Cleveland had come 15 and a half games out of first place in the middle of July to get all the way back and take that division from Detroit. It was a crazy storyline for the Guardians, and then all that just to get home field advantage, win the division. You got all the momentum you could possibly ask for, and then the Tigers in 3 games, all in Cleveland, get the job done. Detroit advances after all that, and they'll take on Seattle here starting tonight. The Mariners, obviously, with the time off, have the opportunity to line all their ducks up in a row exactly the way they want. That is the big advantage to having this first round bye. Get all your pitchers lined up the way you want, get everybody the rest that they need, line up the bullpen, all that good stuff. Meanwhile, the team that normally has to play 3 games in a wild card round have 1 day off, and then boom, they're right back in it. No break. For some teams, continuing to play and just being constantly competitive, it's a good thing. For other teams, taking significant time off and having to flip it on like a switch can be a bad thing. We're going to see how it all works out, and with this series starting tonight, and yeah, it's going to be definitely an advantage for the Mariners on the mound because the Tigers use their top 3 starters to get through in the wild card round. None of those 3 arms are available for Game 1. Tarek Skubal, who is a Cy Young Award winner, might even win one again this season, will be on the mound for the Tigers for Game 2. But tonight, the Mariners get to go to who they consider to be their ace to start this postseason, at least among their available arms, and that is George Kirby. Kirby had a solid season. This entire Mariners rotation is very, very good. Brian Wu has been the best of the best this season. He's pitched the most innings. He's got a sub-3 ERA and a sub-1 whip. He's the only arm in the rotation that can say that. But Wu is out. Wu will not be available for this round. He is dealing with an injury that I don't have in front of me. What is it? Pectoral muscle on Brian Wu. He's got a bad pec. He did a planned bullpen session on Thursday. So that's, what, two days ago? I don't really know this to be the case, but just from what I'm looking at here, looks like Wu is going to be available at some point in October, assuming the Mariners don't get swept in 3 games here. If they do advance to the championship series, which I'm rooting for, I do think Brian Wu will come back into the mix here. But the Mariners have Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, along with George Kirby, as a pretty good 1-2-3 punch in that rotation, even without Brian Wu. Tigers, they've got Skubal, and they've got, what do they got? Jack Flaherty. Let's go look at the Tigers here. This game, by the way, is going to be starting in just a few minutes. Hang in there while I get this game up on the TV. Also, let me do this while I'm in this area right here. Let's give out some free Magic memberships to folks in the Charm City chat. I'm sure most of these will go to people that aren't here right now because there's only 30 of you here. By the way, of the 30 of you here, exactly half of you have hit the like button. Well, look at that. Null, who was just here, I think, for the last game 2 nights ago. Null gets a free membership. Sports Roustabout, gets a free one. JJ gets a free one. Pure Adrenaline Sports gets a free one. All the people who are kind of involved with doing YouTube play-by-play are now getting free memberships. It's random, folks. What do you want me to do? Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just give out these other 5. Let's just get it out of the way, or else I'm going to forget. Here's 5 more. There. Take it. Take it! All right. Let's get this ball game up here. We'll go over the starting lineups in just a minute. By the way, the Yankees played Game 1 against the Blue Jays earlier today. And, folks, the Blue Jays absolutely curb-stomped the Yankees 10-1. They took an early lead. It was a 2-1 game going into the bottom of the 7th, and then the Blue Jays exploded for 4 runs in the 7th, 4 more in the 8th. And they wind up with the W in Game 1 as the Yankee bullpen, Luke Weaver, and who was the other guy? Paul Blackburn got absolutely lit up out of the bullpen for the Yankees. We're happy about that, aren't we, Charm City chat? So there we go. 5 more Magic memberships, and those go to at least 4 people that I'm not too familiar with. Scumdog, lovely. Sam Dilworth, who I do recognize. Digital Mirage, Velocity Kid, and Maximus Minimus. All right, 10 new Magic memberships. Just like that. All right. Starting lineups. Oh, I forgot to tell you who's pitching. So George Kirby is on the mound, and he's going to be facing Troy Melton. Now, Melton is not really a starting pitcher. Again, the Tigers, the way I look at it, folks, this series is really going to come down to games 1 and 2 because on paper, the Mariners have to win this game tonight because they've got, they've had a chance to line up their number 1 pick to start. And maybe, I don't know, Castillo is facing Skubal tomorrow. Maybe they wanted their best pitcher to face Skubal. I don't know. They have that option. They had whatever options they wanted with the time they had off to line things up. But what I'm saying is that Detroit have basically a bullpen by committee pitching tonight in Game 1, and then they got Skubal, who may be the best arm in baseball, pitching in Game 2. So if you're Seattle, this is kind of a must-win right out of the gate tonight. Because if you don't win tonight, a game where it's your ace versus their bullpen, then game 2, you're looking at facing Skubal, and if he shuts you down, now you're down 2-0 going back to Detroit, and you have to sweep the rest of the way. So as crazy as it may seem, despite getting a bye, despite home field advantage, Mariners have to win this game tonight, in my humble view. Conversely, for the Tigers, why is this paused, by the way? I'm staring at a lady. Has this game started? Why is it paused? Okay, there it goes. Conversely, in game 2 tomorrow with Skubal starting, that's a game the Tigers have to win. The Tigers have to win game 2. If they don't win tonight, you can kind of understand it, but then you have to win game 2 tomorrow. Even if you win tonight, you need to win game 2 with Skubal. You can't lose a start with Skubal, I think is what I'm trying to say. I don't see how the Tigers are going to pull this off if they're losing a game that Skubal starts. So it seems like for them, game 2 is a must-win. So I'm going to go ahead and call this as a series that's going to be even at a game apiece going back to Detroit, and I do think the Mariners will find a way to win this series in 4 games or 5. I'm not going to predict 4 or 5 because it's probably going to come down to when Detroit looks to use Skubal a second time. I think he might pitch game 5. They might even throw it out there for game 4 if they're facing elimination for at least a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think so. I don't know. You see a lot of crazy things in the playoffs, folks. Here is the starting lineups. Again, it's George Kirby against Troy Melton. Melton has already pitched in the postseason. He's only gotten 1 out. He gave up 3 hits and a walk and a home run and has an ERA of 108 and a loss. That's Troy Melton's pitching line in the postseason. Again, I think Seattle will tell you they got to win this game. The Tigers starting lineup looks like this. Gleyber Torres will lead off and play second base. Kerry Carpenter in right field will hit second. Riley Green coming off a 30-plus homer, 100-plus RBI campaign. Left field hitting third. Spencer Torkelson, the cleanup hitter at first base. Colt Keith is the DH batting fifth. Dylan Dingler will do the catching and hit sixth. Zach McKinstry at third base hitting seventh. Javier Baez, the shortstop, hitting eighth. And batting ninth and playing center field is Parker Meadows. For the Tigers, Randy Arozarena will lead off and play left field. The 60 home run hitting catcher Cal Raleigh batting second. Julio Rodriguez with a 30-30 season will hit third. Josh Naylor, who had a 20-30 season, coming over from the Diamondbacks to the trade deadline. He's the cleanup hitter at first base. Jorge Polanco, veteran switch hitting infielder. He's at second base batting fifth. Eugenio Suarez, another big corner infield bat brought over from the Diamondbacks in a trade at the deadline. He's at third base batting sixth. Dominic Canzone will DH and hit seventh. Victor Robles is in right field hitting eighth. And finally, J.P. Crawford is the shortstop batting ninth for Seattle. A lot of good speed at the top of the lineup for the Mariners with Arozarena, Julio Rodriguez, and Josh Naylor, all with 30 steals. Julio at 31. And even Cal Raleigh's got 9. Maybe if he wasn't hitting so many home runs, he would have more stolen bases. It's kind of hard to steal when you hit the ball out of the ballpark. The big dumper's got 9 steals. How many does Jackson Holliday have? Like a few more? I bet you Raleigh hasn't been caught as much. All right, here we go, folks. Game 1. Mariners versus Tigers at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. We are about to get started. And, folks, again, if you weren't aware, I'm a free agent. My team is out of it, so I'm hitching my wagon to the Mariners. 1977, this team came into existence, and they have never won a pennant. The only baseball team who can say that, and they don't want to say that. They're sick of saying it. First pitch is ball one to Gleyber Torres. We are underway. Kirby's next pitch, a little bit outside, and it's 2-0. Gleyber hit .256 on the regular season. Just 154 in the wild card round. He looks at a strike on 2-0 from Kirby. A fastball at 97 miles an hour. All right, let's see if this scoreboard's up and working. Hopefully it's not ahead of me too much. Next pitch is swung on and missed. High cheese from Kirby to even up the count at 2-2. Here we are. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the first batter of the ball game. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on the heater right down the middle. Down goes Gleyber, and the Mariner fans are already pumped. That's how their postseason starts. A strikeout of Gleyber Torres. Here's Kerry Carpenter. He's a dangerous left-handed hitting power bat. And the first pitch is up and in for ball one at 99 from Kirby. Some chin music there. Carpenter has had success, some real success against Kirby. 8 at-bats, 4 hits, all of them home runs. How about that? It's a swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 on Carpenter. I mean, 4 home runs and 8 at-bats off a pitcher of Kirby's caliber is rather impressive. The count is 1-1. The next pitch, that is hit in the air, foul off to the left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Charm City chat, how you doing? It looks pretty dead over there. I haven't seen it, the chat move in, I believe, 5 minutes. I don't expect you to mimic the enthusiasm of the crowd here. That is a swing and a miss. Carpenter chases a high fastball and strikes out Kirby. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
2 away. Hey, George is alive. Swing and a miss from Riley Green. Green hit 36 homers, drove in 111 runs in the regular season, went 4 for 11 in the wild card round against the Guardians. That ball is lifted and going to get down in right center field for a base hit. Not hit all that hard, but Green had to reach to make contact with that baseball. And he serves it in the right center field for the Tigers' first hit and base runner of the ball game. That'll get Spencer Torkelson up to the plate. Right-handed hitter. Hit .240 on the regular season. First pitch is up and away for ball one. Torkelson hit over 30 homers and a bit of a comeback season for him. 31 home runs, 78 driven in. Green with good speed at first base. Again, did he steal 30? How many did Riley Green have this year? How many steals for Riley Green? The count right now is 1-1 on Torkelson. Green had, that pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike. Never mind. Green only had a couple of steals. For some reason, I thought he had some speed. Never mind. Just 2 steals on the season. 2-1 the count on Torkelson. 2 down, runner at first. And pitch from Kirby. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 strikes, 2 out here in the first. And as I was planning to say, it's already happening. The crowd is getting to their feet as they look to keep the Tigers off the board in the first and set the tone for this series. It is a packed crowd here in Seattle. They are bundled up. And here comes the 2-2 to Torkelson. Called strike 3. George Kirby strikes out the side. Not in order, but all 3 outs via the strikeout. He did give up a hit to Riley Green, but that's it. Kirby's looking good. The crowd is going wild. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Tigers, nothing, and the Mariners coming up. Schumacher has already been taken by the Rangers. All right. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. What's up, BW? Stopped in to listen to my favorite play-by-play guy. Thanks, John. Wish the Orioles were in the show. I know, man. But believe me, watching and following and rooting on the Mariners here, for me, I'm only doing it kind of as therapy as an Oriole fan because, yeah, our team should be playing right now somewhere. It sucks, but it didn't happen, and I want to watch some more baseball. I really want to see the Mariners win. I do. Once I know my team is out of it, this is the team I want to see do something because we know how it feels like. We know what it feels like, right? It's Seattle's turn. It's just their turn. Give that fan base something. Even if they don't win the World Series, just a pennant. Just a pennant. They haven't had a pennant. Everybody should have one pennant, especially if you've been around for nearly half a century. Anyway. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Did I go down and say hi to everybody? Let me do that real quick. RW Clippy, Matt, Bud, Carl, RJL, George, a bunch of people getting free Magic memberships. Chilo is here. Michael, Null. Oh, Null, you got you got the gifted membership. You're welcome. It was random, but you're welcome. John M, Dan, everybody's here. Is that everybody? Yeah, so I heard that the Mets have already fired, like, basically their entire coaching staff. I heard that when I went to bed last night. The Mets have gutted their entire coaching staff, or virtually their entire coaching staff. So, Baltimore, ball's in your court. Don't tell me it's too early to do something. I see other teams already making moves. Now, maybe you don't have the right guy to hire for something, but I can certainly point to some guys you should fire. And we don't have to wait for that now, do we? All right, Randy Arozarena facing Troy Melton. Melton, a right-handed reliever. He has made some starts during the season, but mainly just to set up another true starter with a couple of innings of work. He's gone as many as 3 innings, 3 2/3 innings that I've seen in his recent history. So he could go a few innings tonight. Randy Arozarena goes after this pitch on 1-1, the leadoff man. That ball's hit pretty far out in the left field, but Riley Green on the edge of the warning track will make the catch. Arozarena retired. The first Mariner out. Here comes Cal Raleigh. What a season for this dude. What a season for this dude. Switch hitting catcher, and he crushes one to right. That ball's going to get down into the corner. And don't tell me that's foul. No, it's a foul ball. Boy, I thought that was a fair ball. How close was it? Oh, less than a foot. About 310 feet or so down the right field line. That ball was a foot foul from being a double. So that's strike one on Cal Raleigh. Even just strike one with this guy is exciting. The big dumper, they call him. And I love the nickname. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. He chased a splitter in the dirt. And the count 0-2. Folks, there's just some baseball statistics and events that you just know it when it happens that more likely than not, you'll never see that again. And I think a 60 home run season from a catcher is probably one of those things. So, just part of this magical storyline for the Mariners. That pitch is off the plate. The count is 1-2 on Raleigh. Next pitch from Melton. That is fouled away. A little tapper at the plate. A lot of folks sitting behind the plate with their cameras out, hoping to catch a Raleigh postseason home run swing in the moment. Pitch. That's a hard hit ball into right field. A base hit for Raleigh. Well, he almost had a double. He sees a few more pitches. He works a single. And again, you'd think, well, a bulky catcher who, with home run power like this, well, he can't have it all. He can't possibly steal, can he? Well, he's got 9, which, considering how many home runs he has, pretty decent number. Here's a ground ball to third. Could be 2. They go to second for 1. Low throw there. Back to first. Safe. Julio Rodriguez just beats out a would-be 5-4-3 double play ball. Started at third by Zach McKinstry. The throw to second was a little bit low. And that might have been enough to help get Julio safe. Here's a replay. He is safe. Just barely. And yeah, if that throw to second is just a little bit higher, I think the Tigers might have been able to end the inning on that ground ball. It will go down as a fielder's choice. 2 down with Julio Rodriguez at first base. He's a stolen base threat. And Josh Naylor, the hefty left-handed hitting first baseman, is up, taking ball 1. Low and away, 2-0 on Naylor. Naylor was a Guardian and then got signed by the Diamondbacks. Arizona's postseason hopes were dashed this 2025. They spent a lot of money. They brought in Corbin Burns. They brought in this dude. And then the Mariners became sellers at the deadline. Look at the shoes there on Josh Naylor. Sparkly. Pitch on 2-0 is way outside. Melton doesn't look interested in giving Naylor anything to hit. It is 3-0. Naylor wearing some bedazzled cleats. 3-0 pitch. That is ball 4. Naylor with a 4-pitch walk.
I'm walking here.
Pushes Julio Rodriguez up to second base. 2 down in the inning. And that'll give Jorge Polanco a chance to drive in a run or 2 here with 2 out in the first. Polanco, veteran switch hitter, batting from the left side against Melton. First pitch is right in there for strike one. Might be the best pitch Polanco sees. Jorge hit .265 in the regular season. That ball's right down the middle. He gets into it to right center field. That ball is carrying to the track and caught on the track by Kerry Carpenter. Polanco squared that one up. It had a nice sound off the bat. It had a good angle toward right center. But it died on the track. This is a pitcher's park, to be sure. You got to earn your home runs here at Safeco. Excuse me, T-Mobile Park, whatever the hell they call this place. Anyway, the Mariners come up empty here in the first. They leave 2 men on base. We go to the second inning scoreless. Detroit and Seattle. No, just Froggy's doing whatever, mods are told, to do, which is occasionally mention the rules of the chat. If a rule gets mentioned, it doesn't mean something had just occurred. It's just, this is like any live stream. You're going to see occasional mentions of please don't do this or consider doing that or whatever. I'm eating, by the way. Sorry. Everybody loves Froggy around here. All right. Yeah. Mods have a lot of responsibility. Maintaining maximum charmage in the Charm City chat. Encouraging folks to hit the like button and subscribe. Greeting people when they come in to the chat. Kicking people out when they do something bad. There's a lot. Plus, they still have to enjoy the game and hang out. All of that voluntarily. Very, very nice of the mods to be so modish. Sorry, folks. All right, here we go. We're in the top of the second inning. No score. Colt Keith, left-handed hitter for the Tigers, up to hit first, and he looks at a 97-mile-an-hour heater from Kirby for strike one on the inside half of the plate. Keith hit 13 homers and drove in 45 in the regular season, and that one's lined past the second baseman into right field for a base hit. The Tigers have their leadoff man on here in the top of the second with a single by Colt Keith. Kirby has pitched 6 times against the Tigers in the past, and boy, Detroit has been a problem. His ERA against these Tigers in 6 starts is near 7.5. Some teams just have your number. First pitch to Dylan Dingler. He said Dingler. Is ball one. Ball one on Dingler. Dylan Dingler, no relation to Dirk Diggler. Takes high. It's 2-0. Well, like most Dinglers, this one has 2 balls. Get it? The 2-0 That's inside. Okay, not every dingler has 3 balls. But this one does. It's a 3-0 count on Dingler. Here comes the pitch. Way high. Ball 4. George Kirby, uncharacteristically wild here. After giving up a leadoff single, it's a 4-pitch walk, and the Tigers are in business. 2 on with nobody out. Chilo, Magic member, 13 months running, says BW is the best. Like and subscribe. Join the CCC. Folks, if you don't know what the CCC is, that's the Charm City chat. Come on in. Y'all are welcome, hun. All right, Zach McKinstry. Let's see what he does. I was going to say, might he throw one down with a bunt to move 2 runners up? The Tigers would love to get a lead here in a ball game on paper that should be for Seattle to take, with Kirby up against a Tiger sort of committee approach. Starting off with Jacob Melton. Cal Raleigh comes out to talk to Kirby. Josh Naylor is in to talk as well. The rest of the infield is hanging out in their respective positions. So it's ball 1 here to McKinstry. Let's see if those words from Cal Raleigh help Kirby here. He's got to settle down quick. Right now it is threat level yellow for the Tigers, I guess you'd say. 2 on, nobody out, and a 1-0 count to McKinstry. Here's the next pitch. That's a called strike. A good sinker on the inside edge. The count is 1-1. Hey, folks, if we can get some folks in here, I think 3,600 subscribers might be reachable tonight. As this pitch is fouled away, it is 1-2 on McKinstry. We are less than 20 away. The sub count currently is 3580 something. For those who don't know, the sub count on the screen there only flips over every 10 new subs. So that's an inside out swing going foul by McKinstry. It's still 1-2. So we need to first get to 3590. If we don't get there, we can't get to 3,600. But yeah, sub it up if you haven't already. It's free. No commitment, no obligation. No salesman will visit your home. Here is the 1-2 pitch to McKinstry. That is high. Not close. 2-2. Carl coming in with a super sticker. Showing some love for the channel early here in the ball game. Thank you, Carl.
Message for you, son.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes McKinstry. First out. Well, I hate to say I told you so, but I feel like the Tigers probably... McKinstry looks like the type to me that should be able to get a bunt down. And had he done so, second and third with only 1 out. Instead, the first out is made and the runners do not advance. The ball is not put into play, and now you have to rely on another hit to get on the board here. Here's Javier Baez. He's had an interesting season. First pitch is fouled back. Bit of a renaissance season for Baez, playing some days in center field, some days at shortstop. He's mainly playing shortstop these days. 257 average in the regular season. He made the All-Star team. That ball's hit on the ground. That's a slow roller to third. Only one play, and it's to first base. They get the second out. So that's what you wanted McKinstry to do. A ground ball like that to move 2 runners up. Baez is able to do it, but now there's 2 men out. And again, it's going to take a hit for the Tigers to get something out of this rally here. 2 down, runners at second and third, and the batter will be Parker Meadows. Left-handed hitting center fielder, hit just .215 on the regular season, 4 home runs. He's got a little bit of pop, but more of a contact hitter with speed. First pitch to him is a high pitch. You could see Raleigh setting the target up above the belt, and that is ball 1 to Meadows. Big moment in the ball game. If Meadows can just dunk one in somewhere, 2 runs can score. Pitch is a called strike at the very top of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 from Kirby. Low and in. A hard-breaking slider that I think for Meadows started a little bit too low for him to offer at, and that ball wound up well off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled right behind home plate. 2-2 the count. And that'll get the crowd going here with 2 strikes and 2 down, trying to help Kirby pitch another scoreless inning here. Big moment in the ball game. The 2-2 to Meadows. A look back to second. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. A fastball up and in, top of the zone. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
All right. Kirby works out of trouble. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Thanks, BW, for doing the game. I know crowd not good tonight. Well, hold on, Carl. Slow your roll. You know the crowd's not good? I don't even know that yet. I mean, you know, we got almost 50 people hanging out, and I got a feeling once the Dodgers and Phillies game ends, a lot of people are going to look to pick up this game. So, hang in there, Carl. Hang in there. Optimism is a good thing. Hope is a good thing. Last time Seattle had a home playoff, they lost an 18-inning game to Houston at 36 likes. It should take that long. Yeah, everything's cool. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know what to expect doing these playoff games, folks. I've had pretty good turnouts, but also, you know, like, for example, as soon as the final game of the, what was it? Cubs and Padres series ended, as soon as that third game ended, I checked the subscriber count for that day, and I'd gotten like 13. And I'm like, that's good. That's actually better than an average day doing the Orioles in 2025, especially once we got to about June and everybody was pretty convinced the team wasn't going anywhere. But then I looked back today, and of those 13 subscribers that were there at the end of the game, like 5 of them had unsubscribed. So now it's down to 8. You know, what can you do? It's got to keep grinding, folks. Thank you for letting me eat on the air. Eugenio Suarez takes a strike for the first pitch in the bottom of the second inning. Melton's next pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike on Suarez. Plenty of home run power from this dude. By the way, Alex Tosi is the home plate umpire tonight. Here's a comebacker to the mound. Underhand flip by Melton to first. Will retire Suarez for out number 1 in the bottom of the second. I may have Fat Finger accidentally reported a comment. Oh boy. Do you know on who? Swing and a miss. First pitch to Canzone is a splitter up. Dominic Canzone hit an even 300 on the regular season. 11 homers and 32 batted in. This bit of a 3/4 swing at a pitch here inside. He fouls it away. Count is 0-2 on Canzone. No signs of John Bacon anywhere? Oh, wow. That's weird. For some reason, they cut back to Canzone striking out, and I kind of missed it, even though I'm staring at the TV. I think they had shown something and then cut back a little bit late. But Canzone just struck out number 2. Victor Robles with a big swing and a miss on the first pitch he sees. 0-1 on Robles. A little bit low on the next pitch from Melton. It's 1-1. Robles didn't get a whole lot of action in the regular season. Just 1 home run and 9 driven in. Takes a strike on the outside edge at 98 on the gun. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on. In the bottom of the second, no score. Pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. Now, you know when you give Bacon a bad name, you have to really be terrible. How do you smear the name of something like bacon? But John Bacon is trying. 2-2. That's low. Full count on Victor Robles. The number 8 hitter in this Mariner lineup. Check swing foul, still 3-2. J.P. Crawford would hit next. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and Melton strikes out Robles and gets through the first 2 innings against the Mariners scoreless. He has kept pace with Kirby so far, and that's got to make the Tigers and their fans pretty darn happy. We are going to the 3rd inning scoreless, and I'm going to be right back. Got to go Gotta go make an adjustment here. What happened here? What in the world? What in the world? Wait a minute. If I do this, it does look like that. What the hell happened? Oh, this is the wrong page. Okay. Should look like, okay, that's better. Hi, how you doing, everybody? All right, see you later.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster... Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name. All right, here we go. Chords are getting stuck. All right. How you doing, folks? We are getting ready for the top of the third. Top of the third to you. And where is my lighter? First pitch to Gleyber Torres. Swung on and I guess foul tipped at the plate there. Strike one on Gleyber. Standby. One ball, one strike on a pitch outside. There's strike two, top of the zone. It's a ball and two strikes on Gleyber Torres, leading off the top of the third. Fans wanting a strikeout here. Pitch, way high. Count even up at 2-2. That ball's hit out to right field. That is a fair ball down the right field line by Gleyber. It'll be dug out of the corner by Robles. Gleyber will get to second base easily with a stand-up leadoff double in the top of the third. That ball started to tail in toward Gleyber, and he went the other way with it. Just kept it fair down the right field line. Big hit for the Tigers. Another scoring opportunity for Detroit. Will they think about small ball here? Runner at second, nobody out. Carpenter, not a small ball hitter. He should be swinging away. And he takes high for ball one. Carpenter struck out his 1st time up.
It'll be Carpenter, Riley Green, and Spencer Torkelson. They're 2, 3, 4 hitters, all with a chance to drive in this first run of the game. That's a swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. .42 pitches from Kirby so far. He's only gotten 6 outs in the ball game. Up and in, and he gets Carpenter to foul it away. 2 strikes on the batter. Lovely ballpark out here in Seattle. Never been there myself, but it sure looks nice. 1-2 pitch. That is a ball lifted to center. Caught by Julio Rodriguez and Glaber at second. That ball not hit deep enough for him to tag. So he wasted out. A big out for Kirby. Unproductive out by the Tigers. 1 away, runners still at first and second, and that'll bring up Riley Green. Big moment here. Their best RBI man at the plate. He drove in 111 in the regular season. He's already got a hit tonight. First pitch from Kirby to Riley Green is high for ball 1. Kirby with a look back to second. The 1-0 pitch up a stairs again. 2-0 on Riley Green. Now there is a base open and a right-handed hitting Torkelson on deck. This could be a pitch around situation. Well, there's a strike, and Riley Green went after it. A breaking ball that he fouls away to make the count 2-1. What is Kirby thinking about throwing here? The 2-1 pitch. High target from Raleigh, and it's a high pitch that's fouled back to make it 2-2. Oh, I forgot to update. Next game is Sunday, tomorrow. I got to update that scrolling text. Another 2-2 is fouled away, and we'll do it again. So tonight's game started when? And tomorrow is when? Like 8 o'clock. So 7:55 p.m. Here's the next 2-2. Swung on and missed. A slider low and in, and Kirby strikes out Riley Green. Sorry, just updating something here. Oh, for crying out loud. There you go. All right. 2 down in the inning. That leadoff double by Glaber in danger of going to waste for Detroit. Torkelson, the batter, and he looks at a pitch low for ball 1. He struck out his first time up against Kirby. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. A nasty slider by Kirby. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's his best pitch of the night right there. Two down. Gleyber Torres at second base. No score in the top of the third. The 1-1 pitch to Torkelson is lifted foul. 2 strikes, 2 down, which means the fans are probably going to get to their feet again. Here they come. Here come the fans. Folks, when you've been around nearly 50 years without a pennant, every pitch counts. Here's the 1-2. Swing, and that ball's hit in the air to left center field. Backing up with room, though, Julio Rodriguez will make this catch about 10 feet in front of the track in left center. The inning is over. The Tigers' leadoff double comes to nothing. Bottom of the third coming up, no score in Seattle. Be right back.
Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
Oh, wow. Here he comes.
Let me show you what I mean now. By the first thing you do is get right up in their face, you point the finger. Then if you can't get close enough, you turn the hand around and kick some dirt. And then if he's missed a strike, you get over here and you put dirt all over the thing. You throw the hat down, you pick it up, you throw it, and then you're so bad, you throw him out of the game. You're out of here. That's the way a major league manager should.
I learned something, buddy boy.
All right. Oh, well, I thought I had put myself off camera. That was probably embarrassing. Anyway, how are we doing, folks? Boy. Hey. Wow. Small crowd. A smattering, if you will. Holy cow. This is... Maybe Carl was right. Good grief. What are my hashtags for this? Did I do bad? Hashtag Seattle Mariners, hashtag Detroit Tigers, hashtag MLB playoffs. Well, that sounds right. Everything appears to be in order. Well, folks, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? Hey there, Jeremiah. What's up, buddy?
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
All right. Here we are, going into the bottom of the third. Cal Raleigh will be due up in the inning, it would appear. Randy Arozarena, or is that J.P. Crawford? I can't tell. J.P. Crawford, sorry. J.P. Crawford up to hit. He'll be followed by Arozarena and then Riley Green. And then Cal Raleigh. Riley, sorry. Crawford with a count of 0-2 after a foul ball. Jacob Melton in his third inning of work. So far, so good for him. Here comes the pitch. Low and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I should have done the Yanks. Nah. Here's a ground ball to third.
McKinstry throws it across the diamond in time. Crawford retired. I think I've got I think I have a moment from the ball game between Toronto and New York today.
It'll be 5-1. Blue Jays lead. And fuck this. Fuck this.
Wow. Apparently, the Yankee fan base not too happy with today's game. Randy Arozarena looks at a strike. Next pitch fouled away. It's 0-2 on Arozarena. 1 out, nobody on. That's right, folks. I keep up with everything. 0-2 pitch. High. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, that got a great reaction. Maybe we should hear it one more time.
It'll be 5-1. Blue Jays lead. And fuck this. Fuck this.
Gosh. Schadenfreude. Good old Schadenfreude, folks. All right. Arozarena walks. Cal Raleigh at the plate. First pitch, he's going after. Lifts it to center field. It's going to stay in the park. It's a can of corn for Parker Meadows. Oh, did Arozarena not walk? What happened in his at-bat? I'm sorry. I thought he walked. It looked like he was walking to first. Did he strike out? He struck out. He did the opposite of walk. Sorry. The Mariners go 1-2-3. My apologies. Crawford grounded out the third. Arozarena struck out, and Cal Raleigh flies out to center field. We go to the 4th inning, still scoreless. All right. George loves his calls, do you?
As the 1-2 hit right back to Louie. Goes the second one. On the first, Jazz throws it. What the fuck was that? Jazz, stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby. Stick a fork in them. That was the 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air to right field and deep. And the Mets have taken the lead. Fuck this team.
Folks, it's a love-hate relationship, you know? It's a passionate relationship. I think Yankee fans and their team, it's something like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard when they get together, you know? Just sort of a... It's like toxic love. Toxic love. Judge came up with nobody out and the bases loaded. He struck out, followed by 2 more outs, and they got nothing. Oh, what inning was that? So I can go back and hear that. That sounds like an inning to hear. They got nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Sunday morning is going to be 3rd inning. Thanks, George. Sunday morning is going to be full of Yankee tears to go with my coffee. I don't mind the tears. Not sure if I want it added to my morning beverage, but everybody's different. What do they taste like, Jeremiah? This coffee's bitter enough as it is. You know what I mean? Colt Keith will lead off the top of the 4th for the Tigers. First pitch from Kirby is up. Called a strike above the zone. So Keith
is given an 0-1 count, somewhat unfairly there. Next pitch, that's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kirby's kept the Tigers off the board, but he's had to work harder than his opponent, Jacob Melton, in doing so. Just through his 57th pitch of the night, the count is 1-2 on Keith. Melton might be done for the night after his 3 innings. We'll see. Haven't seen any activity in the Tiger bullpen yet. That pitch is high. George Kirby. He's getting along, but some of his pitches have missed pretty badly. That is a 2-2 count now. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There's a solid changeup. Off the plate a little bit. Gets the whiff. Another strikeout for Kirby. I mean, he's racking up the strikeouts. Don't get me wrong. That is number 7 on the night for Kirby. 10 outs made in the ballgame, 7 via the strikeout. And here is Dylan Dingler. He walked his first time, fouls off the first pitch. Nobody on, 1 out, no score, top of the 4th. Pitch in the dirt. Check swing appeal. He didn't go. 1-1 on Dingler. I mean, there are people standing right now in a game that's in the 4th inning with nobody on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. That one's lifted into center field. Shallow. Coming in is Julio Rodriguez, and he finally makes the catch. 2 down. Zach McKinstry. Nothing on my soundboard for Dingler. But I've got other body parts covered. Right?
Got Bush. We've got Bush.
Zach McKinstry gets strike 1. He struck out his first time up. That is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two down, nobody on. Pitch number 65 of the evening for Kirby is fouled away. McKinstry went pretty far out of the zone on a pitch high to foul it off. Two strikes, 2 out, and the fans are making noise here in the ballpark. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A slider that broke below the zone. 8 strikeouts for Kirby through 4. Still scoreless in Seattle.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Who can forget that late 80s, early 90s era romantic comedy, Scoreless in Seattle? That's right. A great love story between Shirley Hemphill from What's Happening and Meatloaf. Weren't those the stars? No? Phillies game is almost over. And they're losing? Uh-oh. Dodgers lead at 5-3. tying run at the plate with 2 down. Guess I'll jump over here and take a gander. Bryson Stott up to hit. First pitch is a strike from Roki Sasaki. Next pitch way the hell outside. I'm just calling this on the pitch-by-pitch meter here. So the Phillies are 1 out away from losing game 1. They've got Bryson Stott at the plate with a 1-1 count facing Roki Sasaki, who's on to close. It's in play. What happened? Stott fouls out to third base, and that's it. The ball game is over. The Dodgers take game 1 from the Phillies. Final score 5-3, Los Angeles. Thanks for that update, Carl. Thanks for that update, George. Folks, never mind me calling the game pitch by pitch. Just wait for somebody else to tell you it's over. How you doing, everybody? The fightless Phils. It's just one game. Although I will admit, 5 games. These series, the wild card series. Honestly, wild card series. It's rough. It's so rough. You lose the first game, you're already in a win or go home situation. Here is Julio Rodriguez. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. No score between the Mariners and the Tigers. And Jacob Melton is out there for another inning. He's only had to throw 38 pitches through the first 3 innings. He just threw pitch number 40, and that is inside 1-1 on Julio Rodriguez. Pitch inside again, 2-1. 3, 4, 5 batters due up for Seattle. Next pitch caught the outside corner. The count even up at 2-2. You have to hand it to Jacob Melton so far. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Center field. That ball is traveling. That ball's still traveling. That ball is gone! Julio Rodriguez to straightaway center field. Not easy to tell off the bat. It's a big ballpark, and he went to the deepest part of that ballpark. That ball got out of here. Just over the wall. And the Mariners take the lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. J-Rod lifts the trident in triumph as he high-fives his teammates, working his way down the dugout. Josh Naylor at the plate. That's the first run in the postseason. And Naylor lifts off to right. He's staring at it. And that ball's going to die on the track. Oh, my. Naylor thought he had a home run back to back. Look at the big smile on the pitcher Melton's face. He realizes that ball is probably out in about 27 parks, but not here. Naylor flies out the deep right center. That is out number 1 in the inning. So, couple of home run swings. One gets out of the yard. The other is a little bit short. Could this be where Jacob Melton's great outing comes to an end as he falls behind Polanco now 2-0? I would say so. This is not the first time Melton's pitched beyond 3 innings, but it's been pretty rare. So Tigers might want to go ahead and appreciate that he threw 3 scoreless innings and get somebody up in their bullpen. They have Skubal going game 2 tomorrow. You have to assume he's going to give them at least 7 innings of work. You don't have to ask too much out of your bullpen in game 2, so I would expect the Tigers to be ready with another arm here. It is 3-1 on Polanco. There we go. We got a shot of a lefty. Herder is loosening for Detroit. 3-1 pitch, check swing. It's a called strike. We got a full count on Polanco. A run in, 1 out, nobody on. 1-0 Seattle in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch, swing. That's a ground ball to short. Baez over to first in time. 2 away. 51 pitches now for Melton. They have a lefty getting loose. Suarez, the right-hander, due up now. Canzone, the lefty, due up after. This could be the final batter for Melton, regardless of the outcome. Trying to work through 4 innings. First pitch is in the dirt to Eugenio Suarez. The 1-0 is lifted foul. 1-1 the count. Hey, thanks, Froggy. Thanks for your help tonight. Really appreciate it. Have a good night. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. That's low. Two balls, 1 strike. Melton rocks and deals. That's a slider breaking off the plate, laid off by Suarez. The count is 3-1. Again, my gut tells me this is Melton's final batter. This one's popped up. Taking a look is the catcher Dingler, but it's into the stands by several rows. Full count, 2 down. Payoff pitch to Suarez. Swung on and missed. So Melton comes back to strike out Suarez and ends the inning. He gets through 4 innings of 1-run ball. That 1 run coming here off the bat of Julio Rodriguez in the 4th. A solo homer to straightaway center field. And the Mariners take the lead 1-0 as we head to the 5th inning. I think that's it for Melton. 57 pitches, 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits, 1 earned run. I think the Tigers have to be very happy with that. What they are not happy with is the lack of offense, as they've had some opportunities to do something off of Kirby. Kirby hasn't been terrible. He's given up 1 base runner per inning on average, 3 hits and a walk. But one of those hits was a leadoff double that didn't go anywhere. What else? There was another chance that I can't remember the exact scenario, but I'd say 2 of the first 4 innings, the Tigers had pretty good scoring chances and did not score. 5th inning coming up. Good night, Froggy. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. Try to see your point of view. Hope your dreams will all come true. Goodbye, Froggy. Hey, how you doing? What's shaking? So now we're the only game on, right? Maybe I should stop singing if this is the only game on. New people might be showing up. They need to get acclimated before they start hearing BW karaoke. Hey, folks. How's everybody doing? Okay, great. Did you hear the Mets fired their coaching staff? Wouldn't you love to hear the Orioles do that? Mets received a stern warning from Jose Reyes over keeping Pete Alonso. What? What does Jose Reyes' warning have to do with anything? I got to read this. This looks like clickbait. What is this? Oh, you want me to accept something? No thanks. I don't need to know that bad. Fired Mets coach breaks silence after sudden exit. Ooh. The New York Mets made wholesale changes to their coaching staff Friday, announcing pitching coach Jeremy Hefner, hitting coaches Jeremy Barnes and Eric Chavez, and third base coach Mike Sarbaugh will not return in 2026. Javi Baez looks at a pitch outside for ball one from Kirby. We're in the top of the fifth inning. Baez 0 for 1 with a ground out. That ball's hit to right field. Coming in on it and now backing up a little bit is Robles. He makes the catch. That was an atom ball. Hard hit right at the outfielder. Sometimes those are the toughest ones to gauge. Is that ball dropping? Is that ball going to sail over my head? What is that ball doing? Right at me. One away. And somebody was up in the pen. I missed it. But I'm pretty certain Jacob Melton's day is over. First pitch to Parker Meadows is inside for ball one from Kirby. Kirby's next pitch will be his 70th of the ball game. That pitch is upstairs, 2-0. On Parker Meadows, the number 9 hitter in the Tiger lineup. Hey there, Yoko. That pitch called a strike. Inside corner on Meadows to make the count 2-1. This pitch is fouled at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kirby rubs up a new baseball. 2-2 pitch waiting on Meadows. Kirby goes into his windup and the pitch. That is very high. Full count. Speaking of very high. Come on, host country. Get those rules back the way they were, please. Foul ball. Still 3-2 on Meadows. I haven't had a special lucky here during a ball game in months. One day it all just went away. Payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled away. We'll do it again. I don't know, maybe I just don't know enough about the Mets, but what does Jose Reyes' opinion about what the Mets front office should or shouldn't do matter? That ball's hit hard to right. It'll get down for a base hit. 1 out single by Parker Meadows. That is the 4th hit given up by Kirby. Top of the order now. Gleyber Torres. Meadows is a threat to steal. He is the tying run at first base with 1 out. First pitch to Glaber is a slider, front door slider. Catches the inside corner, apparently, for strike 1. So today in the Blue Jay win, Alejandro Kirk hit a couple of home runs. Nice. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A rising fastball from Kirby. The count is 0-2. The crowd likes it. The 0-2 to Glaber is high. It'll be 80 pitches for Kirby coming up. The 1-2 pitch. That ball's popped up. Raleigh with a look, but it's out of play. Still 1-2. There is a couple of relievers up for the Mariners. Gabe Spire, the lefty. I could not identify the righty. Andres Munoz is the Mariner closer. The main setup men, the lefty Gabe Spire, the righty Matt Brash. Usually see those guys in those high leverage late innings, but we've also seen in this playoff so far some of the higher leverage bullpen arms coming in to this part of the ball game to shut the door, hold the lead, and go to somebody else later on. It's a foul ball by Glaber. The count is still 1-2. Pitch number 82 from Kirby. Lifted foul again. So Kirby is right now on the cusp of ending his night. He wants to get through 5 innings to qualify for this win, if he can. But there are some lefties coming up here pretty soon, and they've got a lefty up in the pen. There is a inside-out swing, a slow roller to first. It'll be picked up by Naylor. He'll go to the bag himself. That is out number 2. Meadows moves up to second base. So it's going to be Kerry Carpenter against George Kirby, if Kirby is going to be allowed to get this final out. But wait a minute. Here comes the manager. Or is that the pitching coach? It is the pitching coach out to talk to Kirby. He might be telling him, all right, we'll let you face Carpenter, but that's it. If it gets to Riley Green, we got to go to a lefty here. Back-to-back lefties due up. You do have a base open, but you don't really want to put Carpenter on to get to Riley Green. That doesn't help. Not to mention it puts the go-ahead run on base for free. So you got to face Carpenter here. Got to try to see him get him out. This could be the final batter for Kirby today. First pitch. That one's hit hard in the right. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is a foul ball by just a foot, maybe a foot and a half. Boy, Kirby let off the hook. Carpenter just couldn't straighten it out enough. A little bit out in front. That ball just foul. Would have tied the ball game. Instead, it's just strike 1. Runner at second, 2 down. 1-0 Seattle in the top of the 5th. The 0-1 pitch. High target, high pitch, and it's called a strike up and in. And folks, that was not a good call. That was not a good call. I mean, that ball damn near hit Carpenter in the forearm. But somehow that's called a strike. Okay, the count 0-2. Kirby's pitch, another high target. Wow, that's not a strike. Okay. That looked closer to being a strike than the one that was called a strike, but hey, I guess it all evens out. Raleigh doing everything he can to frame the pitches. 1-2. High target, pitch, high pitch, and that ball's destroyed to right field. Kerry Carpenter admires a bomb to right, and the Tigers have taken the lead just like that. Wow. Kerry Carpenter said, "I dare you to give me a high fastball." Kirby obliged, and Carpenter was ready. Absolutely turned on that fastball. Top of the zone, crushed it. No doubt. 2-1 Detroit. Wow, what a moment in this ball game. That's what you call taking the air out of the tires if you're the Mariners. Unbelievable sequence of events. Here is Riley Green. Kirby still in there. I said Carpenter would probably be his last batter, but clearly I was wrong, even though he gave up the home run. This one's popped up. Shallow center. Julio going into a slide. He can't make a catch. He does trap the ball in front of him. Green will have a single. But George Kirby's night is starting to unravel here. The Mariners definitely have somebody ready to come in to replace him whenever they want, but the move is yet to be made. And I'm telling you, folks, if the Tigers go on to win this ball game, they're going to have Skubal for Game 2 and a chance to go back to Detroit if Skubal does normal Skubal things with a 2-0 lead and the Mariners needing to win all remaining 3 games, 2 of them on the road. This is what I was talking about. This is a game Seattle needs to win. If Detroit wins this, you really have to consider them heavy favorites with Skubal pitching Game 2. Conversely, if Detroit were to lose this, even if they win this and Skubal loses tomorrow, Skubal needs to win. In my humble view, I don't see the Tigers getting all the way through winning a series if Skubal is on the losing end of the games he's in. So they really need to win tomorrow. If they win tonight, they have a great chance to go up 2-0. If they lose tomorrow, though, even with the loss tonight, if the Mariners don't come back, I think the advantage goes back to Seattle. But yeah, already things are not going to script. The Tigers have the lead here. Top of the 5th. Spencer Torkelson has a 2-2 count. And that ball's hit on the line on a bounce to short. Crawford with a flip to second for the force. And the inning is over. But Detroit have taken the lead. Kerry Carpenter. I mean, that ball looked like it was a catapult off that bat. Carpenter with a 2-run homer to give the Tigers the lead 2-1, and this game is only half over. My goodness, plenty of drama here in Seattle, and a game only half over in Game 1 of a series. All right, Kirby, 94 pitches. I think you can say his day is done. I did acknowledge that I thought that would be Kirby's last batter and acknowledge that it wasn't. Yeah, well, I mean, look, here's the deal. They got up a lefty. They stuck with Kirby. Kirby gives up the home run to the lefty, and the Tigers take the lead. If the idea was to bring somebody in like a lefty for Kirby to face somebody like Carpenter or Green, well, they failed to make the move when that move was there to be made. I think it all comes down to it being the fifth inning, and it's actually really poor management on Seattle's part, because I think they're going with the old school version of, hey, Kirby is one of our veteran ace pitchers. He's pitching great. He deserves a chance to at least go 5 innings so he can qualify for a win. And in the regular season, that is standard thinking. But in the postseason, you can't worry about a pitcher qualifying for a win. You just got to make the moves when it's time to make the moves. Yeah, it would have been tough if Kirby had to be taken out with 1 out to go in the 5th. A lefty comes in to get the final out. The Mariners hold on for the lead, go on to win the game, and Kirby doesn't get the win. Yeah, it's kind of unfair to Kirby, but ultimately you win the game. That's what matters. I think the Mariners said, oh, Kirby, that's our ace. He hasn't gone 5 innings. Yeah, that's regular season mentality. That's not postseason mentality. You got to be proactive. You got to throw away the script. You got to think outside the box. And a bunch of other, platitudes and whatever. Overused expressions. How's everybody doing? Okay. We're picking up some folks. Folks, welcome in if you're just joining us. We got ourselves a fine first game of this series going on right now. Brant Herter is on to pitch now for the Tigers after Detroit has taken the lead for the first time today. A 2-run homer off the bat of Kerry Carpenter. Herter is going to face the bottom of the Mariner order, beginning with Dominic Canzone, and Canzone looks at strike 1. He'll be followed by Victor Robles and J.P. Crawford. Fouled at the plate, it's 0-2 on Canzone. 0 for 1 tonight. Herter, a sinker sweeper guy. That accounts for 85% of his pitches. That ball's lifted into center field. This should be easy for somebody. Parker Meadows, the center fielder, waving off his teammates and makes the catch. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Victor Robles is coming up. Herter's first pitch is a breaking ball, backdoor sweeper catching the outside edge for strike 1. Robles struck out his first time. Back to another sweeper. This one's popped up. Dingler with the mask off makes the catch for out number 2. 5 pitches, 2 outs from Brant Herter. And that'll get up the number 9 batter, J.P. Crawford. Tomorrow, game 2 of this series, 8 o'clock Eastern. I'll be on the air a little bit earlier than that, doing some pregame stuff. Hope you'll join me. Crawford looks at a strike. JP is 0 for 1. Next pitch from Herter. And on the ground to first base. Torkelson will take it to the bag unassisted, and that is a very easy inning of work on the mound for Brant Herter. 5 innings complete. The Tigers lead it 2-1 here in Game 1 of this best-of-5 division series. Right, folks. Have there been any new subscribers tonight? Should I look? I guess I have to endure the pain. The pain that is the truth. And the truth is, yes, A lot of work to be done. Folks, if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, might I just ask you to give it a chance? Might I ask you to just give it a good old-fashioned chance? It's free. There's no commitment. There's no obligation, and no salesman will visit your home. You're simply helping a grassroots channel grow. This channel is going to be providing baseball content throughout the year. And there's never going to be a paywall on this channel. All content is available for everybody for free. This channel is not going to be endorsed by or sponsored by any betting or gambling sites or ticket scalper sponsors or any of that garbage. It's a community. I'm trying to do this the right way, folks, in a world where everything is a ripoff. Trying to do this the right way. You know? And for the folks that have found this channel over the past couple of seasons, we've built a nice community here. It's nice. Folks, I think get it. I think folks that give me a chance kind of get what I'm trying to do here. There is a mission to this madness. Anyway, I'm watching some bloopers, I guess you'd call them, between innings here. Folks, when the Orioles going to announce something? Because it's getting now where I'm seeing announcements about things on the regular. And, wait, what happened over here? Why am I like cut off sort of halfway down here? What's going on here? I can't even click on my own camera area. That's odd. I don't know. If it's working, I guess we're fine. Yeah, everything looks fine, but I can't like switch it. I'm kind of stuck. Help! I'm stuck. Normally, this isn't like a line below. It like blends in. But I'm like cut off right here. It's weird. It's the only thing holding this channel back from being as big as Mr. Beast. Just getting this fixed. All right, so we got a new pitcher on for the Mariners, Ferguson, a lefty. And we've also got a pinch hitter for the Tigers, a right-handed bat, Jahmai Jones. The count is 2-0 on Jones, who is up there hitting for Colt Keith in the DH spot. So Caleb Ferguson, a lefty with a 3.58 ERA in the regular season, facing the right-handed Jahmai Jones. Swing and a miss. The count is 2-2. 2-1 Tigers in the top of the sixth. Mariner fans, one guy in particular, trying to encourage the folks sitting around him to get up and make some noise. And that's a fan. It's the fan that's got to tell everybody else, hey, get up. We may be losing, but get up. Pitch, fouled away. It's still 2-2. So it's down to a bullpen game for both sides now, with 4 innings of baseball left to play. Tigers lead it 2-1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That is low. Full count. Did the Yankees lose? This is new information to me.
It'll be 5-1. Blue Jays lead. And fuck this. Fuck this.
Here's the payoff pitch to Jahmai Jones. That is ball 4. That is not the result the Mariners were looking for out of their new bullpen arm. A leadoff walk to put the tying run on base for the Tigers. It is Dylan Dingler's turn. By the way, Carpenter's home run off of Kirby, I had forgotten. Coming into the game tonight, Carpenter was 4 for 8 with 4 home runs off of Kirby. He is now 5 for 10 with 5 home runs. Or is it 5 for 11? Either way, ridiculous. All 5 hits Carpenter's gotten off of Kirby have been for home runs. 1-0 on Dingler. Looks at a curveball low and in. 2-0. Kirby hanging his head in the dugout, looking like he's upset with his performance tonight. It wasn't that bad. Your team needs to give you a little bit of offense here, buddy. It's a foul ball by Dingler. The count 2-1. Yeah, shout out to Pete. Pete, if this ever gets back to you, and eventually it has to. Come on, buddy. You found me 2 weeks into my channel's existence in its first season when I was barely getting any numbers. Surely, since our falling out, which, by the way, it wasn't me trying to look for a fight, but whatever. Just so you know, Pete, I do respect you, and I think you run a really good channel. You represent your team well, and I wish your channel great success. I see you put on some nice events to raise money for some good causes. Here's a pop-up that's overrun by the second baseman, and instead of catching a pop-up, we're going to get a force play at second base. Jahmai Jones, the base runner at first, was caught between a rock and a hard place, expecting the catch to be made and for him to have to hold his ground at first, but this ball is overrun, backed up by Robles in right field. Polanco overran it. Robles backed him up, and Jones nailed at second on a force. It all goes down as a fielder's choice. A very odd fielder's choice. One away. McKinstry at the plate. And the first pitch to him is a strike. 0-1. Hit on the ground hard but foul. First base side. 0-2. McKinstry has struck out both times already tonight. And he's got an 0-2 count right now. Ferguson's pitch. Tapped foul. We'll do it again. Another 0-2 coming to Zach McKinstry. Here it is. That is low. A cutter from Ferguson in the dirt. It is 2-1 Tigers. They're up to hit in the top of the sixth with one out, a runner at first base, and that ball's hit in the air to center field. Right to Julio Rodriguez. He barely has to move. He makes the second out. Fly ball to center. Dingler still at first base. And the batter, due up, is Javier Baez. And with the right-handed Baez coming up, the lefty Ferguson is going to be taken out of the ball game. And the Mariners are going to go to the bullpen. Or I would assume a right-handed reliever of some sort. If there was a shot of a right-hander getting loose in the bullpen, I forgot who it was, but I would assume we're going to see one coming out here to replace Ferguson. He faced 3 batters, gave up a walk, got a couple of outs, faced the minimum 3, and now we are going to get that look like Jazz. Nobody wants to look like Jazz, do they? You know what else looked like Jazz? I saw it when I woke up this morning. And after I saw it, you know what I did? Bye, Jazz. Bye. Fare thee well. And there he goes. Jazz Chisholm, everybody. Oh, the score, the text was off. That's what was missing. Okay, now things are normal. Nobody cares about that text anyway. Why do I bother? Be right back.
I am the Cal Ripken of birthday cake.
Oreo.
Well, folks, I can't go away for long. Why? Because I just saw JJ has raided the channel, so I can't take a break. I need to welcome in some folks. We need some more eyes on this ball game. Thank you, JJ, for the redirect. Apologies for the result for the Phillies game tonight. It's a best-of-5 series. I get it. I would be feeling pretty nervous after losing game 1, but game 2, Phillies. I'll be rooting for Philly tomorrow. I'll be rooting for Philly. How you doing, JJ? We're just getting started. Top of the 6th inning. Javi Baez. I'm sorry. We're just resuming the top of the 6th inning. There's 2 down and a runner at first base. Bizzardo is the pitcher in for the Mariners. Baez fouls the first pitch away. The 0-1 is off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. If you are just joining us, here's how this game has played out. The Mariners took the lead in the bottom of the 4th on a Julio Rodriguez home run. Bizzardo pops this pitch up on 1-1. It is just behind second base on the outfield grass, caught by Polanco, and the inning is over. Bizzardo comes in to relieve Ferguson, gets the final out, and the Mariners keep the game at 2-1. They trail it going to the bottom of the 6th. So, yeah, Seattle took the 1-0 lead on a Julio Rodriguez solo homer to center field. And in the top of the 5th, the Tigers then took their first lead, a 2-run homer by Kerry Carpenter. And again, folks, Kerry Carpenter has faced George Kirby in 11 at-bats. He has 5 hits in those 11 at-bats, and all 5 hits are home runs. That is nuts. And when you think about the previous history, and you think about how they left Kirby in the ballgame when they had a lefty up in their pen ready to go, or the option of just pitching around a guy with that kind of success off of you and knowing that whoever was up next, which was, to be fair, Riley Green, but, you know, I would still rather face Riley Green knowing if Carpenter has got my number like that. And he gave Carpenter a pitch to hit. Rest is history. Tigers take the lead on 1 swing. In that moment, that is the moment of the game. Seattle has just 2 hits on the night. Other than that Julio home run, it's been a base hit by Cal Raleigh. That's it. Tigers have 6 hits.
Ohio State is routing the Gophers. Time to find a better game. This is the better game right here. Bottom of the 6th. Thanks again to JJ for sending some folks over. And let's see what we got cooking here. The Mariners really need to win this ball game. They had the pitching matchup you would want. George Kirby facing a Tigers staff that had to go with Jacob Melton for game 1. And Melton outpitched Kirby. He did. He pitched one less inning. But, yeah. Looks like Montero is going to come on the pitch now. Wait a minute. Is this game stuck in... Okay, it still says live. There we go. Okay, they're late coming back to the game. First pitch from Montero, freshly into the ball game, is a strike to Randy Arozarena. Rafael Montero had an ERA just under 4.5 in the regular season, 60 in the third innings pitched. 0-1 pitch fouled off to the left by Arozarena. It's 0-2. Randy is 0 for 2 tonight. Lined out and struck out. Nearly a 30-30 season for Arozarena. 27 homers and 30 steals in the regular season. Julio Rodriguez did make 30-30. So it's a pretty nice 1-2 punch at the top of your lineup. A couple of 30-30 or near 30 for 30-30 guys. Here's the 1-2 to Arozarena. Montero almost hits the outside corner. It's a little bit outside. The count now 2-2. Right now there's a Tiger pitcher up getting loose. It is Holton, the lefty. So looking ahead at the lineups here, with Montero freshly into the game and a lefty already getting up. Looks like Arozarena, Raleigh, and Julio Rodriguez, 3 batters for Montero. And then once Josh Naylor comes up, you would expect they'll go to a lefty. That is a walk, a leadoff walk to Randy Arozarena. And folks, that is not what you want to do if you're Detroit.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Arozarena, again, a high percentage base stealing threat. He represents the tying run, but with Cal Raleigh up, I think you let him swing away first. If he doesn't do any damage, then maybe you think about running on the next hitter. Raleigh 1 for 2 with a single tonight. 60 home runs on the regular season. A chance to give the Mariners the lead right back with a big swing here. And that 1-0 pitch is just outside 2-0 on Cal Raleigh. Fans in the ballpark starting to get excited. The 2-0. That ball's hit hard into right center field. That ball's down for a base hit. Arozarena chugging around second. He's going to third, and he is in there. Cal Raleigh with a hard hit. Long single into right, and the Mariners are in business. Nobody out. First and third. The tying run 90 feet away. Cal Raleigh, the go-ahead run on at first. Not a good outing for Rafael Montero. He is forced to face one more batter. And I got a feeling that'll be it for him. Julio Rodriguez coming up. And so many different ways to, at minimum, tie the ball game in this spot. You got speed at the plate, you got speed at third, and even a double play ball ties this ball game. Line drive, base hit in the right field on the first pitch to Julio. This game is tied. Arozarena walks home. Cal Raleigh stops at second. We are tied at 2-2, and T-Mobile Park is rocking.
Rafael Montero brought into the game, and he hasn't done jack. He has not recorded an out. The Mariners have rallied, and they're not done. They've got the game tied back up, and now they have a great chance to take the lead. First and second, nobody out. And Josh Naylor due up next. You have to go to the lefty, I would think, right now. This is a major batter. And they just went to a commercial, so I'm assuming that that's what's happening. Looks like Brian Holton, a lefty, is going to come out to pitch for Detroit. We have a break in the action, folks. Exciting ball game. We're tied at 2 in game 1. Thanks for being here. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It's free. No commitment, no obligation, and no salesman will visit your home. Join the 3,500 plus bird watchers out there who have subscribed, and let's try to get to 3,600 here soon. If that's asking too much, just hitting the like button, thumbs up at the bottom of your screen, that helps too. Really appreciate the help, and I'll be right back.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake.
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
You know, of all my Baltimore sound drops, this one is easily my favorite.
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
I just love that exchange. Baltimore. What's that? Where you from? All right, here we go. Holton versus Naylor. We are underway quickly. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. Welcome back. We are in the bottom of the 6th. The Mariners have tied it up on a RBI single by Julio Rodriguez. They are in a position to take the lead with 2 on, nobody out. Holton on in relief for the Tigers, facing Naylor. The 1-0 is a strike. Naylor 0 for 1. He does have a walk back in the first. The 1-1 pitch. That is a chopper over the mound and a tag at second. And now a double play. What a play there at second base. What a play at second base by Javi Baez. Really? Well, they're showing Baez. Yeah, so Baez tagged the runner going to second and then got the ball to first for the double play with Raleigh at third base now. Credit to Javi Baez, the shortstop coming over to the second base side of the infield, or first base side, I guess you'd say. First base side of second base bag. Fields the ball, tags one runner, throws out the other. I guess the Mariners want to challenge this. Looks like the Mariners are challenging some aspect of the play. I can't hear the ump, so I'm not even sure what part of this they're... Oh, I guess they're going to see whether or not the tag was applied, or if it was a swipe tag that didn't actually touch the base runner. We're going to get several angles of this, I'm sure. Still waiting for... Oh, he definitely tagged him. He got him right in the back. This should take very little time to review. This play will be upheld. That's Seattle just desperately hoping for something. This challenge is not going to be won. It's going to stand as a double play. Nice play by Torkelson, by the way, on the end of that double play. That ball was thrown low by Baez. I can't believe how long this is taking, unless they're also looking at Torkelson's play at first. Julio Rodriguez is definitely out. He was tagged on the back. So I'm now thinking they're looking at first base. Here comes the call. That runner's out. And the other runner, is he out too? Yes. 2 outs. Double play. Call stands. So Cal Raleigh is at third base with 2 down. He represents the go-ahead run for the Mariners, but the way this inning started, Detroit has a chance to get out of this feeling pretty good about things. Two down. Who's the batter? Polanco? Jorge Polanco going to bat right-handed against Holton. He is 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch. Backdoor breaking ball hits the edge for strike 1. Polanco does better from this side of the plate in the average department. He hits about 50 points higher, 305 on the regular season. Check swing on a pitch low and away, 1-1. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 6th. Game 1. The 1-1 of Polanco. He checks his swing, but it's a called strike. Inside corner at the knees. Rain begins to fall over here where I am. And it is getting louder. Might have to close up a window or two here. Here's a foul ball off to the left. Still 1-2 on Polanco. If the inning goes further, Eugenio Suarez is on deck. Another 1-2. Change up low and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The pitch. Reach for, hit in the right. Backing up and making the catch on the run is Carpenter. The inning is over. The Tigers give up the lead, but they don't concede a lead to Seattle. Does that make sense? Probably could have worded it better. Tigers give up a tying run to Seattle in this inning, but it could have been worse. It is a 2-2 ball game as we go into the 7th inning. We got ourselves a nail biter in game 1, folks. Hang in there. Again, there's some rainfall over on my side. I gotta go batten down the hatches. You know what I'm saying? Be right back.
the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster.
There's the 1-2. Behind the right center field. There's a base hit. And that one gets away from Jazz. Another run is in. More bad defense from the Yankees. It's 7-0. Jazz couldn't handle the throw coming in from the outfield. And just like that, it is a 7-0 ball game. I just fucking take the whole team off the field, man. Take the whole team off the field. Take the whole team off the field. Take them all. Get them all fucking out of here. I'm so done. I can't even look at this anymore, man. This is truly disgusting. This is disgusting.
Hey, everybody. Harry Carey coming at you. The Cubbies are going to play the Milwaukee Brewers. Hey, top of the 7th. Gabe Spire, the lefty, is on for the Mariners, facing Parker Meadows, the number 9 hitter. And the first pitch is a strike. Spire. This one's fouled away. It's 0-2. BW is the man. Thanks, Dingleberry. It's 0-2 on Parker Meadows, leading off the top of the 7th. 2-2 tie. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. Spire strikes out Meadows to begin the 7th inning. Lefties aren't doing much off Spire. Righties aren't doing much either. 179 for lefties, 203 for righties off of this guy. He is their highest leverage lefty in their bullpen. Here is Gleyber Torres as the lineup turns over for Detroit. He is 1 for 3, takes a fastball low for ball 1. Last time up, he hit a double, a leadoff double, but was stranded. "1-0 is a slider that catches the inside corner for strike 1. One ball, one strike, 1 out, bases empty. Pitch is called a strike, I think. We're looking at the umpire cam. And that is strike 2. Crowd is now rising to their feet with 2 strikes on the batter. Even though there's only 1 out in the inning. They are pumped. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Still showing just one ball 1 on the batter on the screen here. Maybe I need to refresh this. Let's see if that helps. There we go. All right. 1-2 on Torres. The pitch. Called strike 3. A slider low and in. Torres has words with the umpire as he walks back to the dugout. 2 down in the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Here comes Kerry Carpenter. He has supplied all the offense on the evening for Detroit with a 2-run homer. He looks at strike one on the inside edge from Spire. Tough pitch. Borderline, and even if he swung, probably couldn't do much with a pitch like that. It is 0-1. Spire tries to hit the outside corner, but it missed. And the count even up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. High target. Pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Spire will probably be left to start the 8th inning with the left-handed bat of Green due up if Carpenter's retired here. That is lined right up toward the shortstop Crawford on a bounce. He throws to first in time, and the inning is over. I would expect Spire to face Green to lead off the 8th. Then they'll probably go to Matt Brash to try to clean up the 8th. And if Seattle can get a lead between now and the 9th, they'll have Munoz to close. So I think I got a good idea of the next couple of relievers for the Mariners. Can they get on board here? Is this 7th inning stretch time? Yes, it is. Folks, we don't do cakes on the griddle when it's not the Orioles, but it is the 7th inning stretch, so get up and stretch, move around. I know I'm going to. Be back in a minute.
Are there things that make you angry?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Are there things that make you angry?
This is great iced tea. Bye-bye, birdie.
I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky.
Call it the Baltimore miracle or some shit.
Are there things that make you angry? Are there things that make you angry?
We're on a mission from God.
Ante up and kick in like men. Like men!
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, no, 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 no. It's bacon!
Drop the big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is.
Stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby.
Drop the big
Stick a fork in them.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is.
Stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby. Stick a fork in them. That was.
All right. Suarez leads off in the bottom of the 7th. Tommy Canley, right-hander in relief for the Tigers. Canley's been their highest leverage setup guy out of the pen for their closer, Will Vest. Leads the team in holds. And that is a changeup swung on a miss for strike 2. It is 0-2 on Eugenio Suarez, leading off the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 ball game, game 1 of this best of 5 series. Pitches in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6, 7, and 8 hitters are due up in the inning for Seattle. Pitch outside, 2-2. This looks like it needs to be updated again. Not sure what's going on with the scoreboard right now. Jumping all over the place. Pitch is outside. Hanley missing on a back-to-back pitches by a lot. After getting ahead 0-2, it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. That ball is stroked out to left center field. That ball is going to be chased on the run and caught in the gap by Parker Meadows. Suarez gave it a good poke, but he lines out to deep left center field for out number 1. Tiger Snyder just 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Not sure what the number is for Seattle. Dominic Canzone goes after the first pitch. This will be an easy out number 2. It's a can of corn in left field for Riley Green. That's the second out. Canzone out quickly. Tomorrow, folks, the Commanders at 4 o'clock are taking on the Chargers. Am I going to have to wake up in the middle of the night for this? With Jaden Daniels back healthy now? No, I'm not going to get up early. All right. I only get up early for one team, and that's the Orioles. Period. All right. Or a big playoff game, I guess. Baseball. I don't know. Right. Who's up? Who is this? We got a pinch hitter? Who's up? It is Luke Raley pinch hitting. And first pitch looked a bit low. It's called a strike, though. Luke Raley is on the pinch hit for Victor Robles. Raley, the left-handed bat, hit just .202 in the regular season and 73 games played. This ball's fouled away. It's 0-2 on Raley. Yeah, that'll be the deal. I'm going to sleep and watch the highlights after I call game 2 of this tomorrow. Swing and a miss. Raley does very little in his pinch hitting role here as he strikes out to win the inning. 7 innings complete here in Seattle. We've got ourselves a tie ball game, 2 apiece. Which way will this game go? It's going to be Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, and Jahmai Jones due up 3, 4, and 5 batters for Detroit. Again, I would expect Gabe Spire to stay in the ball game to face the lefty Green. After that, you got 1, 2, 3 straight righties and 4 out of the next 5. So you go to Spire now, and I'm willing to bet Matt Brash is getting loose after Spire faces Riley Green. That is BW's in-game analysis. Let's see if he's correct. I say he as if he's somebody that's not me. Let's see if I'm correct. I being him being me. Sorry, folks. It's all confusing. All right. I love killing time between innings. Folks, can we get the like count up to 50? It looks like the crowd is starting to grow here in the channel. We're late in the game here. It's a tie game. Welcome in if you're just now arriving. If you're new to the channel, I'm glad you found it. This channel is dedicated normally to live coverage of Orioles baseball, but Baltimore season has ended. I don't know if you got the memo. So October is being spent covering the playoffs, and right now the focus is for the division round on the Seattle Mariners. A team, if you're an Oriole fan, that you can kind of, you can relate to. You can relate to waiting forever to win a pennant. The Mariners are the only team in baseball to have never won a pennant. And I want to see them do it this season. This seems like the right season. I don't see any team this year that looks like a front runner. I think anybody can win it. And you got this magical season put together by Cal Raleigh with the 60 home runs. Just seems like destiny. You know, if the baseball gods are going to do the right thing, I think Seattle's going to finally get to their first World Series. I hope so. But they really got to win tonight. That's the thing. They have to win this game. With George Kirby facing Jacob Melton. Riley Green, first pitch swinging with Spire still out there on the mound. And look out, right center field. Julio Rodriguez nearly runs into, just put into the game, Luke Raley. Raley in right field now replacing Robles. So Spire gets Riley Green, and again, I'm assuming we're going to get a pitching change right now. Hey, what do you know? Here comes the manager. Now, if they bring in Matt Brash, I expect somebody to send me a super chat. That's what I expect. Because now you know why you're here. BW knows what's up. Spencer Torkelson will be due up. They could be going to Munoz right now. They could be going to Munoz. I mean, they just lowered the lights in the stadium. Munoz is the closer. They could be reversing roles. We've seen this in the playoffs already in the wild card round, where relievers are sort of switching up their customary roles, with closers coming in earlier than usual, depending on, when the toughest part of the order is coming up, I guess. Anyway, it might be Munoz. It is Brash. Okay, I was right. Cha-ching, Matt Brash. Even though I never saw him getting warmed up, they never cut away to the pen to show him. BW saw this coming 20 minutes ago. Damn, I'm good. That does it for today's caffeine. You have too much caffeine in your bloodstream. Hang the blessed DJ, because the music that they constantly play, it says nothing to me about my life. Hang the blessed DJ, because the music that they constantly play. Hey, Mariners Brewers World Series would be great for baseball. I'm down. Mariners Brewers, Mariners Cubs. I'm down. Don't want to see the Dodgers. I will accept the Phillies. Holy cow, Shy Poke with a super chat. Matt Brash is on to pitch, just like BW told you. And the first pitch to Torkelson is a strike. Brash with a 2.47 ERA in the regular season, 53 games. Thanks, Shy Poke. That ball is poked foul. See what I did there? It's 0-2 on Torkelson. Shy Poke. Oh, thank you very much.
Message for you, son.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
What's your favorite Smith song there, Shy Poke? Here's a check swing. and Torkelson did not go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'll try to hook you up with a bar or two. Some Smith songs I know like really well. Others, not good enough to try. It's 2-2. Oh, that one is so like light and dreamy. Can you give me one a little more? That's too soft. Last night I dreamt that somebody loved me. That's all you get. Payoff pitch is low. That is ball 4. Brash gives up a 1-out walk. First batter he faces. That's not in the script. That is the go-ahead run on for the Tigers with 1 out. Just another false alarm. We're going to have a meeting on the mound here. Brash still has to face 2 more batters. They are talking about what they're going to do. What are they going to do? Winseal Perez looks like he's going to pinch hit for Jahmai Jones. This will be the 3rd batter in the DH spot tonight. It was Colt Keith to begin the game. Jones pinch hit against the lefty Ferguson a couple of innings back, and now Winseal Perez, who's a switch hitter batting from the left side. He takes low for ball 1. Perez hit .244 in the regular season. Pitch is called a strike. Bottom outside corner of the zone. The count is 1-1. A ground ball could get the Mariners out of the inning with a double play. Pitch hit on the ground but foul. 2 strikes on Perez. You mean like panic? Panic on the streets of London. Panic on the streets of Birmingham. That ball is hit to the left side and foul. Still a ball and 2 strikes. A lot of their songs just get mixed up in my head. It's been a long time since I've just sat down and listened to Smith's records. The 1-2. That ball is lifted. A home run swing. Does it stay fair? No. That will go foul. About 20 feet to the right of the foul pole. Down the right field line. That pitch, framed by Raleigh at the top of the zone. He wanted strike 3. Does not get the call. The count is even in 2-2. Tigers with 1 out, runner at first, in a tie ball game. Winseal Perez, the pinch hitter. A 2-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Brash. Oh, a sinker. Going up and away. Oh, that pitch was topsy-turvy and hard at 97 miles an hour. What do you do with a pitch like that? You go back to the dugout is what you do. Perez strikes out. 2 down in the inning. And Dylan Dingler, who's 0 for 2, looks at a pitch outside for ball 1. Dingler walked in the second. Hitless otherwise. Pitch. Oh, that was hittable. Dingler lays off strike 2. Sorry, that's ball 1, strike 1. It's a 1-1 count. I thought it was 0-1 on that pitch. 2 down, 1-1 on Dingler. Pitch. Outside edge, called strike 2. The ump gave Brash an extra inch, it would appear, on that call. With 2 strikes and 2 out, the stadium is on their feet. Here comes the pitch. Slider swung on and missed, breaking perfectly low and away to the right-handed batter. No chance for Dingler. Inning over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Brash is happy. And that'll do it here. We are going to the bottom of the 8th inning. If Seattle can just scratch a run across, they can send their closer Munoz out to get 3 outs in the 9th and get game 1. Otherwise, it's going to be a walk-off or something else where Detroit wins this. I don't know. I don't want Detroit to win, no, man. I'm really rooting for Seattle here. Are there any Detroit fans watching this stream right now? If you are, no offense. I don't have anything against Detroit, really. Again, I've made my my reasoning for rooting for the Mariners known. You know, they're the one team that I feel like if any team out there has deserved a payoff that has waited longer. Expansion team in 1977, the year I was born. I'll be 50 in a year and a half, folks. So there's your perspective. Nearly half a century of existence. And folks, it's not like the Mariners have been perennial doormats. They were for about the first 15 years or so of their existence. Not a whole lot of great players to point out, but man, once the 90s came, they had so many good players over the years. Randy Johnson, Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, Omar Vizquel, Alex Rodriguez. Say what you want about him, but at least in his Seattle days, he was somewhat tolerable. Who else? I mean, Ichiro, that was sort of the new generation into the 2000s, the Ichiro team. That team that won like 118 regular season games back in, what was that, 2001, 2002? Did I mention Edgar Martinez already? Jay Buhner, good slugger. I mean, there's been a lot of good Mariner players. And I'm probably forgetting some other good ones. But good grief. Give this team a pennant. Why don't you? According to whatever stupid computer, the Mariners have a 28% chance of scoring in this inning, whatever that means to anybody. I don't know. But J.P. Crawford looks at strike 1 from Kyle Finnegan, a new reliever on for the Tigers, a right-hander who had a 3.47 ERA in the regular season. Crawford is 0 for 2 tonight. The 0-1 pitch is lifted in the air center field. It's going back. That ball's carrying to the track, but Parker Meadows has room. That ball went farther than I thought it would. But again, this is not a great ballpark for hitting home runs. You really got to give it a poke. And that one was short. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Back to the top of the order for the Mariners. Randy Arozarena. 0 for 2, but he did reach base and scored a run on a walk back in the 6th inning. First pitch to him is off the plate for ball 1. Swing and a foul tip at the plate. The umpire doesn't know where the ball is. It's right there, buddy. You're going to want to pick that up and get it out of the way.
1-1 on a Rosarena. 1 out, bases empty. Cal Raleigh is on deck. And how crazy would it be if Randy is retired and with 2 down in the 8th, Raleigh gives them a go-ahead home run to take it to the 9th? This crowd would go absolutely ballistic, and so would I. Because that would be a Roy Hobbs level moment right there. 1-2 on a Rosarena. Pitch. Tapper at the plate. It's foul. We'll do it again. Folks, if you're watching, hope you're enjoying the content. Hope you appreciate that it's free. And you might, return the favor by just tapping that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen. We're just over 50 likes, but there's more than 50 people here. Here's a hard hit ball to right. That ball's traveling onto the track. Kerry Carpenter makes the catch. Wow, the Mariners. 2 bids at home run balls. Coming up just a little bit short here in this bottom of the 8th. 75 folks are here right now. Welcome in. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. We're tied at 2. There's now 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. Please consider subscribing. It's free. Join the chat and say hello. Here is a called strike to Cal Raleigh. So here we go. The man with 60 home runs on the regular season has a chance to give the Mariners the lead and hand the ball off to their closer for the 9th. If he can launch one right here. 2 for 3 on the night at the plate. That ball's hit into left center. That's going to be down for a hit. Cal Raleigh with a 3-hit night. And none of them have left the yard. I got to wonder how many times he's done that this season. How many times this year has Cal Raleigh had 3 or more hits in a ball game with none of the hits being a home run? I have to think that is a rare moment this season. All right, the go-ahead run is on base. There is 2 down already, but Julio Rodriguez is at the plate. A chance to be a hero right now. First pitch, taken for a strike. A splitter from Finnegan. 0-1 the count. Now you might think Raleigh not going to steal a base for you to get in a scoring position, but he does have 9 steals on the regular season, which is not only a pretty good amount for a guy of his build, but considering how many home runs he's hit on the season, hasn't had as many chances to steal as your average player. So who knows? Maybe Raleigh will take off. It's already 0-2 on Rodriguez, though. Here comes the pitch, and that is, wow. That should have been a called strike 3 on the inside edge from Finnegan, but the ump says ball 1. That will get you to tap your helmet next year. 1-2 on J-Rod. The pitch. Line drive. Foul. Third base side. A little bit out in front of that pitch. Again, Raleigh, the runner at first. He represents the go-ahead run, the potential winning run in this first game. Best of 5 series. Here comes the 1-2 to Julio Rodriguez. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans get a little more excited. Remember, Finnegan got the first 2 outs of this inning on balls that nearly left the yard. Oh, he gets J-Rod to chase a splitter 1.5 feet off the plate and down in the dirt to strike out. Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Julio Rodriguez strikes out, and the inning is over. We are going to the 9th inning, tied at 2. Folks, we are in the middle of a commercial break. George, you're a mod.
Any of my other mods here, please, or anybody in the chat, let's help convince those tuning in right now to just do a quick little favor for the channel while we're in a commercial break. We have 53 likes. We'd love to get that number up. Most nights we hit 100. We are covering a team that is not our team. So the turnouts for these games, who knows? The Cubs games went pretty well. But either way, do think about subscribing if you haven't already. It's free. I'll be covering this entire Mariners-Tigers series. And if the Mariners move on to the ALCS, I'll be calling that as well. Although just to get out in front of it, Game 1 and possibly Game 2, I will be not around for those. Unfortunately. But that's it. Otherwise, I'm here for the entire October postseason coverage, including the World Series. All right. That like button hasn't moved, has it? How do I convince the 24 people that are here right now that have definitely not hit the like button to just simply tap a thumbs up? Maybe they feel a little bit of trepidation about it. Like if they tap it, it'll mean that suddenly they're going to be bombarded with spam emails or something. I'm not sure. Charm City chat. Could we figure out a way to convince those watching right now that by hitting the like button, nothing bad will happen to them? They're actually doing a small act of kindness for the channel, for us, for this community. I don't know. I tried. I really, really tried. Right. So, are they going to go to Munoz now? Is that the plan? They are doing a little hype thing. Yes, Andres Munoz. First pitch, Zach McKinstry down the left field corner, and Arozarena will make the catch just about 8 to 10 feet in front of the foul pole, right along the left field foul line. Andres Munoz, the Mariner closer, in the game in a 2-2 tie in the ninth. If this game goes extras, I would think that he'll probably pitch the 10th inning as well. All right, one away. Here is Javi Baez. Yeah, so Munoz facing the bottom of the order for Detroit. If he gets them 1, 2, 3, you have to think they're going to go to him again to face the big bats in the potential 10th inning. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 on Javi Baez. He went after a slider that broke a foot outside. Baez is 0 for 3. A ground out, a pop out, and a line out. That ball's hit on the ground, foul on the third base side. Baez made a nice play in the field with a double play ball. Big moment in the ball game earlier. It was a tag and throw to first situation. Here's a line drive. Caught at third by Eugenio Suarez. Oh, my. And the way he lifted that glove in the air to show the catch. Oh, it had shades of Brooks Robinson 1970 right there. Saying, I caught that. Yes, I did. 2 down in the inning. I mean, if you're going to make me think about Brooks, you're tugging at my heartstrings there, buddy. 2 down for Parker Meadows. He looks at a pitch a little bit high for ball 1. Meadows is 1 for 3. No ghost runners in the postseason, George. We are back to real baseball. Swing and a miss. 1-1 on Meadows. So, yeah, this game could go all night long. Ghost runners, take a hike. This is real baseball. 1-1 on Meadows. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. And you bet your ass this stadium is going to get on their feet right now. Get up. Get up. They're up. Munoz leans in for the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Bounces in there 2-2. Meadows politely picks up the ball in the dirt and gets rid of it. Still in the count now, 2-2. One more strike to send it to the bottom of the ninth, tied at 2. Here comes the pitch. Line drive caught by Munoz at the mound. He caught it and went to the ground. The Mariners hold the Tigers in the top of the ninth. And Munoz says, where did this ball come from? As he catches a line drive comebacker. Wow, we're going to the bottom of the ninth, folks. I haven't played this sound effect all postseason, but hell, I want to see the Mariners walk this off. Let's go. What you talking about all night long? Folks, we got ourselves an exciting game going into the bottom of the ninth, tied at 2. Once again, for those that are new to the channel, I'm appealing to you. If you're finding this channel for the first time, welcome. I'm glad you found it. This is an Orioles channel when the Orioles are actively playing. They are not. October is now postseason time, and yeah, this is, if you found this channel, if you want to follow more of the Mariners here during this division round and beyond, that's the team I plan on covering. Because, yeah, if this isn't the Orioles season, then I want it to be Seattle's. So, yeah, lots of games left to go in October. Think about subscribing, okay? It's free. You tap the button, it says subscribe, you're done. Makes it easier for you to find the channel down the road, and it helps YouTube, helps this channel get recognized more by YouTube. We get more exposure with the more people that subscribe. It's a good thing. And I hate talking about it. I hate having to somehow come up with a different and unique way of bringing up the whole subscriber and like count thing with the channel. I mean, I have to do it. I have to do it for every stream. And I can't just write down a script and read it, even though that would probably make sense. I just, for some stupid reason, try to come up with a new and unique way to bring that subject up. And I'm running out of ideas, folks. All right, the Tigers are going to their closer, Will Vest. Bottom of the ninth, it's the middle of the order due up for the Mariners with Josh Naylor leading it off. He's a good candidate to end this ball game real quick. Well, he puts it into play, first pitch. It's popped up in shallow left. The shortstop, Baez, jogs out there to make the catch. A little pop-up from Naylor, 1 down. Jorge Polanco is up now. Hitless tonight, 0 for 3. First pitch to him is a strike. Polanco turns around now, back to hitting left-handed against the righty Vest. Pitch. Breaking ball. That's a slider popped up on the infield. Shortstop wants it. Baez makes the catch. 2 down. 2 outs on 3 pitches by Will Vest. And, yep, looks like free baseball, folks, unless Suarez can walk it off or extend the inning. Suarez hit 49 home runs in the regular season combined between Arizona and here. So, for him to hit a home run right now would not be a wild idea. 1-0 pitch taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball at 96 from Vest. Suarez with that straight up and down batting stance of his. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. This game on the verge of going extra innings. Pitch. Taken, called, strike 3, and wow, Suarez, what was he waiting for? That pitch was in the zone all the way in there. And he never even started to swing. We are going to the 10th inning, folks. Free baseball in October. No ghost runners. This is the real McCoy, folks. Here we go. Extras. The Tigers have already used 7 pitchers tonight. Seattle has used 6. Munoz, the closer, only had to throw 10 pitches in the 9th. And again, with the top of the order due up for Detroit, I have to think Munoz is going to pitch a second inning here. So in that regard, advantage Seattle. If he can keep this game tied at 2, the Mariners will have a chance to walk it off with, well, it's going to be the bottom of the order due up. That's the problem. Getting hairy here, folks. Getting hairy here out in the Pacific Northwest. They say Bigfoot lives out here somewhere. Did the Yankees lose? I'm just now hearing about this.
It'll be 5-1. Blue Jays lead. And fuck this. Fuck this.
Did that happen?
The 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air to right field and deep. And the Mets have taken the lead. Fuck this team. As the 1-2 hit right back to Louis. Goes the second one. On the first, Jazz throws it. What the fuck was that? Jazz, stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby. Stick a fork in them. Stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby. Stick a fork in
I am a child. All right, Munoz is still out to pitch. Gleyber Torres takes ball 1. Gleyber Torres takes strike 1. 1-1 the count on Gleyber. We're in the top of the 10th. Tied at 2. 1-1. That's a line drive in the left, and that ball hangs up there for Rosarena. He makes the catch on the run. Wow. That ball looked like it might take a quick dip down and get down for a hit, but it stayed up there in the air. Unlucky there by Torres. Had he hit the ball less hard, it probably goes down for a hit. Here is Kerry Carpenter with 1 away. Takes a slider low for ball 1. Now, wait a minute. It looks like the pitch tracker is a pitch ahead of me. That's called a strike. Near the bottom of the zone.
Might have been below the zone. 1-1 on Carpenter, who hit that 2-run homer for the Tigers, their only offense of the night. One ball, one strike, one out, nobody on. Top of the 10th. Munoz's pitch is outside, 2-1. Now I guess I'm ahead of the pitch tracker. I don't know what the pitch tracker is doing. Two-one to Carpenter. Swung on and missed. A slider, low and in. 2-2. Let's see if the fans start making noise here. They're getting louder. 2-2 pitch in the dirt, full count. Riley Green will be up next. So arguably the two most dangerous bats back-to-back here from Munoz to face with Carpenter and Green. The full count pitch. Called strike 3, a slider. Bottom of the zone. Carpenter. Frozen.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That ball started with a little hump and then broke down. Whew. 2 down. Here's Green, and he takes a strike. Perfectly spotted. Outside corner at the knees. Green is 2 for 4. A couple of singles. And the next Munoz pitch is a fastball a little bit high. One and one the count. Next pitch in the dirt. 2-1. Munoz is working pretty quickly here. Here comes the 2-1. That is outside. 3-1 on Green. Torkelson is on deck. Green waiting on the next pitch. He chases one off the plate. That would have been ball 4. He fouls it away. Full count. And the crowd should be on their feet again with 2 strikes and 2 down. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. A slider, and Munoz is pumped. 2 innings of shutout ball from their closer. The second of those 2 innings, the tough one, facing Torres, Carpenter, and Riley Green, retiring all 3. We go to the bottom of the 10th. The Mariners trying to walk it off in game 1. Who got next? That's the bottom of the order for the Mariners. Canzone, Raley, and Crawford. You would think if Detroit have any lefties left in their pen, now would be a good time to go. 3 straight lefties due up. However, Will Vest only had to throw 7 pitches to get through the previous inning. So I'm going to go ahead and say Vest stays in the game. If Munoz can go 2 innings, Vest certainly can after throwing only 7 pitches to get through 1. So it may not be the righty-lefty matchup you want, but if it's your closer and it's the bottom of the Mariner order, he should get the job done. He should. I hope he doesn't, but he should. Folks, game 2 of this series tomorrow. It's going to start about a half hour earlier than tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern. Be here by then and you won't be late. Come a little bit earlier and be here in time for the pregame show. get here a few minutes later and you might miss first pitch. 8 o'clock tomorrow night, game 2. Who's pitching game 2, you ask? Why are you asking me? Because now I'm wondering myself. Let's see. It's going to be Tarek Skubal against Luis Castillo. That is a big matchup. All right, Vest does indeed stay in the game. Again, only had to throw 7 pitches to get 3 outs in the 9th. Facing the bottom of the order, starting with Dominic Canzone, who's 0 for 3. First pitch is grounded foul off to the right. Extra inning postseason baseball. Here's a grounder. It's rolled over towards second base. Torres with an easy routine play for the first out. Luke Raley up for the second time since pinch hitting for Victor Robles back in the 7th inning. He struck out his first time in that pinch hitting chance. Second AB starts with a strike, a fastball from Vest at 96. 0-1 to Raley. Breaking ball. Excuse me. Fouled away. It's 0-2. This crowd has done a lot of sitting and standing and sitting and standing and sitting and standing tonight. And the way extra innings have started, this could be going on for a while. That ball is fouled back. Raley late on that pitch. Got a piece to stay alive. Still 0-2. Next 0-2 pitch. Low and in. J.P. Crawford waiting on deck. There's a mother with a swaddled baby in her arms. Might be a late night for that baby. Here's a pop-up on the infield. McKinstry is waiting on it. Makes the catch. 2 down. On a pop-up to the third baseman. So that gets J.P. Crawford up. This game looking like it's going to go 11 innings. First pitch is a strike. No? No? Ball 1. Okay, ball 1 to Crawford. That looked like a strike to me. 1-0. Fouled back. One ball, 1 strike pitch is high to Crawford. 2-1 the count. Arozarena is on deck. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Two and 2 the count. 2 down, bases empty. J.P. Crawford. Boy, look at this crazy lady. Holy cow. That lady's going to give me nightmares. Here comes the 2-2 to Crawford. High target. Swing and a miss. A high fastball chased by Crawford. And Vest strikes him out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
We go to the 11th, tied at 2. How you doing, Frank?
Well, folks, the best way to folks, we got 80 people here right now. I am appealing to those watching right now to please tap the like button. We're doing extra innings, free baseball, on top of more free baseball. We would love to get the like count closer to 100 for a game like this. The night started off a little bit slow. The crowd is starting to pick up. Let's pick up the old likes, please. Just tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen and you're done. Any additional support to that endeavor from the Charm City chat right now would be greatly appreciated. Hint, hint. 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 Folks, all I do is talk about how great this community is. When I'm talking about liking and subscribing, could you please maybe do me a solid and kind of back me up when I'm talking about this stuff to potential new people? Hello? You want this channel to grow? Help me. Good grief. You guys just leave me out to dry every time. Ugh. All right. Hey, there we go. I tell you what. I don't know what I got to do. I don't know what I got to do. We are waiting for this game to resume in the 11th inning. We're over 60 likes. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. It might seem like a pointless endeavor, tapping the like button, but I promise you, for channels like this, that live stream that don't have a giant subscriber count, that helps. Not to mention there's competition out there. I'm not the only one calling this game. Spencer Torkelson will lead it off for the Tigers. First pitch swinging, grounded foul on the third base side. Torkelson is 0 for 3. It's the middle of the Tiger order with Wencio Perez and Dylan Dingler to follow. Right-hander Carlos Vargas is the new pitcher on for the Mariners. ERA just under 4 in 70 appearances in the regular season. 0-1 pitch is low to Torkelson. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, folks, so we're in the 60s now. Hell, 3 more likes and we hit the first year the Orioles won a pennant in 66. We're into Oriole years now. Let's go. If we get to 77, that'll be the Mariners' first year as an expansion team. How's that for a goal? 1-1 the count on Torkelson. Here's the pitch. That is outside. 2-1. 100 miles an hour out of the hand of Vargas, who has one of his gold chains unraveled. You know, maybe it's just not really necessary to wear it. Just throwing that out there. Here's a pop-up. Torkelson on the third base side will reach the seats. 2-2 the count. So the pitcher Vargas wearing multiple chains of gold. One of them came undone, loosely hanging. He had to ask for a moment to address his jewelry. His completely unnecessary hanging off his neck jewelry. 2-2 pitch is low, full count. Oh, that's one way to put it, Billy. That's one way to put it. Full count to Torkelson leading off the top of the 11th. Wencio Perez on deck. Payoff pitch from Vargas. Swung on and fouled third base side. We'll do it again. Oh, yeah. Plenty of pitchers out there wearing multiple chains. I don't know why. Do you like the feeling of something moving around your neck as you're going through your windup? I don't know. I guess. Another 3-2 pitch.
Up and in, ball 4. Torkelson draws a walk. Now, I have no idea what the bench looks like for Detroit, but a pinch runner here, if they can afford it, might be in order. Torkelson, pretty slow. And that's the leadoff potential winning run on at first. I don't see a pinch runner. Here we go. Winfield Perez takes low for ball 1. Just a hair low, apparently. Looked pretty good. Looked like it could have been called a strike. It's 1-0 on Winfield. He came in to pinch hit and back in the 8th inning for Jahmai Jones. Struck out in that pinch hitting chance. So he's 0 for 1. Cal Raleigh went out to talk to Vargas for a moment. And here comes the rest of the infield. Suarez and Naylor leaning in. Well, corner infield is in. Middle infield, not a part of this conversation on the mound. There's nobody out, a runner at first. Winfield Perez at the plate with a 1-0 count. Thank you, Shy Poke. I think that's the new approach going forward. Threaten new viewers to hit the like button. Bunt attempt by Perez goes foul. The count is 1-1. Perez did not show bunt on the first pitch. Fouls it off with a bunt here. Bunt attempt. The 1-1. No bunt shown. It's a swing, and it's a foul ball off of Cal Raleigh's mask. And the ump is going to give Raleigh a minute to make sure his memory hasn't gotten jogged. That ball taken right off the front of the mask. Cal Raleigh is a champ. He is waiting on the next pitch. 1-2. Bounces in there, gets away from Raleigh, and a runner will move up to second base. And, folks, you got to wonder. I mean, that was a breaking ball in the dirt, a tough pitch for any catcher to handle. But if Cal Raleigh hadn't just gotten his head jogged, does he do a better job at preventing this pitch from getting away? Because he had his glove on that ball, but it got away. It is now a runner at second. Nobody out. The count is 2-2 on Perez. Here comes the pitch. Low and in for ball 3, and Vargas is on the verge of putting Seattle behind a huge 8-ball here. One runner already on and in scoring position, and this batter now with a full count. Payoff pitch to Perez. Swing and a miss. Vargas wins the battle. 1 out. Dingler due up next. Oh, I mean, it was a wild pitch. They're not going to give that a pass ball. That ball bounced in the dirt. But I know what you mean. He got his what do you call it? His block rocked. Dingler looks at a 99-mile-an-hour sinker, bottom of the zone for a called strike. Dingler did not look happy with the call. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. Runner at second with 1 out for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 97 on a cutter from Vargas. No balls, 2 strikes. Crowd making noise. They want to punch out. Pitch. Woo, look out. That pitch breaking hard off the outside. A foot or so off the plate. Raleigh had to reach over quickly to keep it from getting away. Looks like Cal's back to being 100%. He's ready. All right, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. See you later. What a weird swing on that pitch. I guess he was super late. That pitch broke a little bit outside. It's a strikeout of Dylan Dingler. 2 down in the inning. Zach McKinstry is due up. He's a lefty. You got a righty Baez on deck and a base open. But McKinstry 0 for 4 tonight, including a couple of strikeouts. Line drive up the middle, and that is through for a base hit. They do pitch to McKinstry. Torkelson will come in to score, and the Tigers have taken a 3-2 lead in the top of the 11th. My, oh my. Lefty-righty matchups ignored in that spot. You had a righty on deck with a base open, 2 down. And they go after McKinstry, and he lines it up the middle. Couple of bounces, gets through the infield. It is 3-2 Detroit. And here goes a runner down to second on this first pitch to Baez, and that is late. And now the Tigers are running on Vargas. McKinstry, delivering the big RBI hit, now steals second base. With 2 down, a hit could give the Tigers a 2-run lead. And suddenly the Mariner crowd looking rather apathetic. A 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-1 the count. These fans have got to know that if they show no life, it's not going to help their team come back. You gotta keep the faith. You gotta keep the faith. It's game 1 of a 5-game best-of-5 series. Come on. 1-2 the count on Javier Baez. The pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Baez stinks. He made the All-Star team this year. Pitch is hit in the air to right. It is, well, actually, it's on the first base side. Naylor in foul ground, runs out of room. That is out of reach. It is 2 strikes on Baez. McKinstry at second base, 2 down, a run in for Detroit. They lead it 3-2 in the top of the 11th. Good news for Seattle is the top of their order will be due up in the bottom half of the inning. Up the middle, that is going to be handled by Polanco at second, over to first in time, and the inning is over. But Zach McKinstry, who was 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts, who was hitting about .050 in the postseason, got a base hit. He's now hitting .077 in the postseason, but what a hit it is as he gives the Tigers the lead here in extras. It's 3-2 Detroit, heading into the bottom of the 11th. I don't know, Chilo. I mean, they've already used, obviously, Will Vest. Tommy Canley is their setup man from the right side. Let's see. I'll try to guess real quick. I'm looking in here. There's a lefty who's got a lot of holds. I'm trying to remember his name. He's sort of like the Canley version of a lefty in the bullpen. Who am I looking for? Tyler Holton? They already used him, though, right? Holton already got used. Yes. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I'll tell you this. Will Vest is on 19 pitches. Do they dare give him a third inning of work, or at least begin with him? Well, they won't.
It's going to be Keter Montero. Probably the last non-starting pitching arm in the pen. In fact, I think Keter is a bit of a starter. I think he's sort of a swing guy. Yeah, he is a starting pitcher listed as such. But he's kind of a long man in the bullpen at this point, it looks like. Previous 5 appearances in the regular season for Keter Montero, he's gone 4 1/3, 3 innings, 5 innings, 1 2/3, and 3 1/3. 3 were starts, 2 were relief appearances. So yeah, he's a bit of a swing man. Coming into this game, 20 appearances in the regular season, 5-3 record, 4.37 ERA, 90 2/3 innings pitched. So 20 games, 90 innings. That's about 2.5 innings per appearance. So he is going to be in this game until this game's probably decided. Arozarena will lead off. Cal Raleigh is on deck. Here we go, bottom of the 11th. The Mariners need to tie with 1 run. 2 runs will give them the win. First pitch is a strike to Arozarena. Fans are putting their dirty shoes on top of their head. I guess that's a Raleigh cap here. That's new to me. The 0-1. Strike 2. A sinker from Montero at 97 miles an hour. This is the second Montero out of the Tiger bullpen tonight. The first one was terrible. 0-2 pitch bounces into Arozarena. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Arozarena. Montero kicks and deals. Breaking ball. Got a piece of it. A slider at 87. It is a ball and 2 strikes on Arozarena. This place will go nuts if he can find a way on, and if he doesn't, it'll still go nuts because Cal Raleigh will come up at worst case the tying run. Next. 1-2 pitch. Way outside, 2-2. Missed that far outside, and as the hitter, you start to feel a little more confident. The 2-2 to Arozarena. He got a ball right there. Third baseman cutting off the shortstop, and he will throw out Randy. McKinstry cuts off Baez on a ground ball towards short to make this play. And why not? McKinstry helping the team with the bat and now with the glove. Here comes Cal Raleigh, folks. Here's the moment you've been waiting for. A game-tying extra inning home run off of Raleigh. Come on. Come on. You think I'm done calling baseball tonight? I want more. Raleigh, first pitch, popped up, third base side, foul ground, caught by McKinstry, 2 out. And the Mariners are on the verge of wasting a golden chance. This series, with the home field advantage, with players rested, with their pitchers all lined up the way they want. They had George Kirby facing, a swingman starter for the Tigers. The Tigers have had to use basically their entire bullpen stitched together, and they are 1 out away from taking game 1 with Skubal ready to pitch tomorrow. Julio Rodriguez is the final hope for Seattle. He's 2 for 4. Montero's first pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, I hope Julio gets another pitch like that in this at-bat. That was hittable. 0-1 the count, the pitch. And on the ground, and through a base hit for Julio. That ball is dying out there, but he is going to stay at first base. The tying run is on with 2 down. This game not yet over. Third hit of the night for Julio Rodriguez. And is it Josh Naylor coming up next? Oh, my. A Naylor walk-off. How about a Naylor walk-off? Come on, folks. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, come on, Blue. That first pitch called a strike. Looked high to me. It's strike 1 on Naylor. 0 for 3 with a walk. Julio Rodriguez, if he wants to steal, he better do it quick. Pitch. Naylor fouls it back, and the Mariners are down to their final strike. Montero may look scared, but he is 1 pitch away from getting through the toughest part of this order in extra innings in a playoff game with a 1-run lead. That's something not many people can brag about. Just needs 1 more strike. 3-2 Tigers, bottom of the 11th. The Mariners with the tying run at first, 2 down. 0-2 count on Naylor. The pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground, right to first. Picked up by Torkelson. He will tap the bag, and this game 1 goes to Detroit. In extras, final score, Tigers 3, Mariners 2 in 11 innings. Unbelievable. What a ball game. What a way to start this series. And what an upset, honestly. The Mariners, again, had the advantage of home field, had the advantage of some rest, had the advantage of lining up their pitching the way they wanted, while the Tigers kind of had to settle for the only arm they could go to start, really. And they come away the victors with Tarek Skubal taking the baseball in Game 2 tomorrow night. This is what I said before this series started, folks. The Mariners should win Game 1, and the Tigers should win Game 2. If either of those go the other way, then one team is in really good position, and the other team is in really tough position. And even though it's just the first game of 5 for the Mariners to lose this game, they're going to have to beat Skubal tomorrow. They're going to have to figure out how to do it, because if they don't, it's down 2-0, and you got to win the rest of the way and go hit the road to Detroit. Yeah. Tough loss for Seattle, and a big win for Detroit. Extra innings. My goodness, what a ball game. Oh, what do we talk about here, folks? I'm not going to do a typical post-game wrap-up like I do for the Orioles. Why? Because I'm not as invested in these teams. I don't know the ins and outs. I couldn't tell you much. I will say this, Zach McKinstry, I think you have to sort of give a nod to as the player of the game just for that 1 base hit. That one unexpected, yet still could have been avoided with a base open and a right-handed hitter who, by the way, went 0 for 5 on the night, Javier Baez. Could have been pitched to, but McKinstry came up with that big hit. The win goes to Will Vest. The loss goes to Carlos Vargas. Keter Montero gets the save. Both teams had a home run in the game. Julio Rodriguez for Seattle, Kerry Carpenter for Detroit. How many total pitchers? 17 total pitchers used in this ball game between both sides. 17. Melton, Herder, Montero, Holton, Canley, Finnegan, West, another Montero, Kirby, Ferguson, Bizzardo, Spire, Brash, Munoz, and Vargas. Good grief. Folks, I'm looking at this lineup card right now, and normally it's very easy to differentiate between the hitting lineup and the pitching lineup. But there's so many pitchers, these look like lineups. I'm confused. All right, so game 2 is tomorrow. It's going to start a little bit earlier than tonight. Hey, folks, can we get the likes up to 70? One more. One more for 70. What do you say? Pretty pleased with sugar on top. Tomorrow is game 2 of the series. Come on back for it. It's going to start again a half hour earlier than tonight. So 8 o'clock. Be here or be square. Game 2 with the Yankees and Blue Jays also tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Max Fried against Trey Yesavage. We got to 70. Thank you, George. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate it.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
I also want to thank the mods in the Charm City chat for keeping the chat nice and charming. Thanks to everybody for hitting the like button. We've got 10 new Magic members. I gave away a bunch of Magic memberships tonight. So that's a free month of postseason Magic for 10 lucky folks. Thanks to everybody for your part and keeping this channel going. Really appreciate it. That's going to wrap it up for me, and I think I don't have anywhere to send you. I'm going to check. But at this time of night, I think we're it. I think we are it. Well, wait a minute. Hold everything. Rising Rhino, you're an animal, dude. You're an animal.
What's better after 50 when?
Are you covering some kind of college football game that is going past midnight on the East Coast? You are a maniac, dude. There he is. And it's only halftime. Fresno State playing Nevada. Fresno State up 20-3 at halftime. Rising Rhino covering this game. He is an animal. I'm going to send you over there. Please let him know BW said hello. Get you in here. Yeah, folks, we got NFL coming up here pretty soon. Tomorrow, right? Is that going to get in the way? I didn't even think to consider that. Is tomorrow's start time... What is the night game for the NFL tomorrow? I'm hoping it's not the Ravens, and I'm hoping it's... I know the Commanders play at 4. When do the Ravens play tomorrow? Please tell me it's not a Sunday night game for the Ravens. Pretty please tell me that. Pats and Bills. Okay. All right, so there you go, folks. Pats and Bills. Who cares? The first week of October, Pats and Bills. Who cares? We got postseason baseball. It's better. You can watch the football highlights later in a nice little condensed package. All right? Come on back here. 3 hours and 45 minutes put into today. I need a break. And that's it. We're going to come back tomorrow. Hope you'll join me. Sending in out a Rising Rhino. Until tomorrow night, this has been the Bird Watcher. Scooble against Luis Castillo, Michael. This has been the Bird Watcher, and I will chirp at you tomorrow night. Come on back. Final score again tonight in 11 innings. Detroit 3, Seattle 2. The Tigers take a 1-0 lead in this best-of-5 division round. Take it easy, folks. Rising Rhino coming up.